All right, I think we're live. What's happening, Fish and friends? Welcome to another live. This is kind of bright on my face here. Trying some new lighting, trying to make this look a little bit more professional, but I think this one here is a little bit. Might have to move it back. It's a little aggressive. A little aggressive. I can see I'm a little whited out here, but that's all right. You know, trying to make moves, trying to make things look a little more special, a little more fancy. We got Randall with us today. Randall, I thought I'd lost you last week. I said I hadn't heard from you. I thought you and the old lady had picked up and moved to California.
Well, number one, I would never move to California. Sorry to anybody that may live in California, but I'm never going out that way. Two, Dave, I sent you a text. I let you know. My bad. Stuff went down. I had to handle, take care of, things like that. But it's all good, brother. It's all good.
But we got Randall back. A lot of people were saying, hey, get Randall back on. I actually just dropped a video of me and Dad fishing. People said, hey, you need to get a Pops on a live with you guys. I'm like, dude, that'd be fun as hell.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he would?
I told him he has to now after that video, everybody commenting. He's like, holy crap, what if that many people want to hear me talk? I'm just some old guy. I'm like, I'm just some dumb young guy, well, middle-aged guy with a beard. People listen to me, so.
Beard fake or not, dude, at least your beard's not like this. Look at this.
Yeah, you got a brindle beard. I love it.
I'm gonna be Santa Claus soon, I think. I don't know. Probably not.
All right, so Fish and friends, tonight should be fun. As far as updates, I really don't have any updates. I haven't fished in like 2 weeks. I fished with Dad last weekend one day. That's it. 1 day in 2 weeks. It's been pretty slim. Work has been crazy. Then it was hot, and then we had storms, crazy storms, and it was just like, I don't know. I don't even know. But you know, that's what happens.
Man, I tell you what.
How about you? You did any fishing?
Well, okay, so it was like heat index of, I don't know, like 106 out here. Well, first of all, I wasn't even in Nebraska for a while and was out of Iowa. We had to go and handle some familia things, and then came back, and while we were gone, it was super hot, like 106, 108, 109 heat index. And then we came back on actually the day after 4th of July, and it was just baking. And then the next day I saw in the forecast, they're like, oh, storms are coming, it's going to be beautiful. And I went out and fished, and I found, I guess, the only spot on the lake that had no wind getting to it whatsoever. I looked like I had just won the NBA championship and somebody dumped a bucket of Gatorade over me because it was sweaty, gross, hot out where I was, but about it.
Let's see. Who do we have in here?
Actually, I did. I didn't take a picture of it. I did.
I think you're lagging. Are you on Wi-Fi there? Did Walmart move their Wi-Fi router?
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Let me laggy here. Randall has to dial up his dial-up again. We got some members in here. Liza, Dan. Always want to thank the members. Fat Boy, Jeff Elliott. Hey, there it is. Now you're much better there, Randall. Now we can see that beautiful place.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I was saying I did go out, and when I was catching my catfish on a bladed bait, there was also a bobber swimming around, and I saw an old feller down the shore on the opposite side, and I figured it was his bobber, and thought the wind was blowing it, and then I realized, hey, that bobber's going under. So I managed to snag the bobber, no fish, but it was one of those spring bobbers, you know. Halfway down, there were 3, I think, of the pinch little weights, a swivel, 2 more weights, I swear to God, another swivel with a hook on it.
Dang, somebody was getting after it.
to the hilt. And if I had to guess, it was probably 6-pound mono that he had on there. Catfishing.
Man, playing with fire right there.
The big cats.
Big old catfish. Matt Lauer, Jeff, Fishing the 413, Scott. I see all kinds of members in here. Always want to say thanks to the members. I appreciate everybody who supports. Oh, and Hellabast's in here, Creek and Trails. always support all of you. And even if you're not a member, doesn't matter. I appreciate everybody who continues to watch every week. We're just some guys in here talking fishing. Hellabass, I'm not even going to lie. I kind of stole this idea from you. I was going to talk about some iCast stuff, but I found that article and talked through it. I'm not going to go super in depth. If y'all don't know Hellabass Rich, this gentleman right here, check him out, subscribe. Good dude. He just recently did a live going through all these. I'm going to kind of skip through some of them. Some of this, like the deep fishing stuff, I honestly don't use it enough to be able to really tell you guys. But we'll kind of zip through some of it, talk about some things that caught my eye, tickled my fancy, if you will. And I don't think I had anything else. Did somebody say go Raptors in here? Raptors, Hellabass.
Dave.
That was stuck
like
500 on a jig today.
Oh, hey.
Randall would like to go with you and do that.
Heck yeah.
The old jig wizard Randall. So let's get into it. Let's go talk some iCast lures. I didn't have a giveaway plan tonight. I think I'm probably a month and a half, 2 months behind on giveaways. Horrible. I literally need to dedicate somebody to be my giveaway person. The problem is then I got to ship that giveaway person my stuff to give away. And I don't know. I've got to figure out something better. I need to just load up on Tackle Warehouse gift cards, like on like email, get them like a backlog of them, and then just send an email to somebody because that's way easier. Because I'm horrible at this. So anyway, okay, so let's get into some iCast. Leave questions as we're going. If there's any new lures, new gear, anything you all want to talk about today, check out. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. But
hey, don't forget to share.
Yep, I'm actually switching over now. But Randall and I were talking about this today. He said he made some notes. So if you go over to the Bassmaster website, you just scroll down a little bit. It's got the new iCast products. Captions by Craig. Thanks, Craig. We appreciate you doing this because I was wondering about this new stuff and I've been getting questions on it and I haven't even heard of half the stuff. So I'm like, man, I don't know. So we got it all here. I'm going to check out some of it, see what you all think, and go from there. Randall, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say well, a couple of things. I looked through the list a little bit earlier. I don't know if this is a complete and full list or not, but it was a pretty big list. I think there was 100 and some, what was it, 130 items? Yeah, 130 listed. 130. And I really liked that they put all the prices in there or what they think the prices are going to be. And they didn't just, pigeonhole it into hard baits and soft plastics. They went hard baits, soft plastics, rods, reels, accessories, and like clothing and stuff like that too. So that's always good to get the full gambit of everything and not just the rods, reels, things like that.
Yeah, and it won't be everything at iCast. iCast is huge, but I think these would probably be like the big hitters, maybe the stuff that people have submitted to be on it. I don't know how this works, but at least they give us a good big picture of, a lot of the stuff we're going to see. So the first one is the Slobber Knocker. This one we did get to see a little while back. I was talking about it. And as I'm saying this, and I can actually see this blade is painted green pumpkin. It looks like it's got some purple flake on it too. That's pretty cool. So it's your bladed jig, but instead of it being connected to the line tie above the jig head, where you normally, tie a jig, as Z-Man does, they've got a patent on that where it connects to the eye of the jig. And I don't know if this is their way around it. I'm assuming, but it's molded. The jig head is actually molded with the hole in it. And then this looks to be like one of those things like Queen's Tackle or whatever it's called. It's got like a clevis and a little bar that comes through it here. So it's direct to the head, but in a different way. I think this thing is kind of cool. I definitely want to try some of these. Looks cool. I like the colors on it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I wish there was, I'm actually on the Berkeley website right now trying to see if they have any, type of, anything on there as far as any extra pictures and things like that. I'd like to see a little bit more of what that thing actually looks like. It looks like it'd be pretty good. The one thing, Debo, I mentioned to you is, was that the Slobber Knocker is $13.99. So you're pushing.
I just highlight that on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pushing jackhammer
territory. Yeah.
Yep. So they must be pretty confident in what it's going to be. I did actually read in there the skirt is infused with
Yep, that's Berkeley's new
the
jig
scent
thing.
also. Yeah,
Yep.
so that's pretty cool also.
And fused power bait skirt. Did it say hand tied? Yeah, hand tied. It's got the
Yeah.
fusion hooks. Those fusion hooks are really, really nice. So, I mean, component wise, on paper, it looks pretty sick. I'm interested to
Yeah.
try it. The old Berkeley slobber knocker.
Yeah.
The mullet. I think this is the mullet. Yeah, the Mike Buka mullet. I'm honestly not a
Hmm.
huge swimbait guy, so this doesn't really interest me or get me excited. $20 over at Shop Corals.
Yeah, that's about
Let
right
me
in
make this a
line.
little bit smaller.
I noticed there was a
Uh,
lot of spinner baits shown in here. And just jumping ahead just a smidge, Spro came out with just an absurd amount of different type of lures, which
yeah, they
we'll
have
touch
quite a
on here
few
in a
on here.
smidge. Yeah.
So this is the under American Baitworks flag, Freedom Tackle. I've never used any of their stuff. Kind of an interesting blade, kind of that coffinish shaped blade, kind of an Indiana willow mix. Kind of neat. Deep crank doesn't interest me. Googie, I know you said you had ordered a pallet of these, right? On back order. Is that right? Randall does love his Googie, so we'll get to see those when Randy gets
Oh boy,
his crate of Googie swimmers.
you're silly.
Uh,
The
Nichols.
ni-
Nichols makes yeah, they make
yeah.
solid lures. I was interested in this because Nichols like um what's the word? Tail to fame, or I don't even know what you call it. The signature, that's what I'm looking for. Signature
Okay.
is that kind of bullet shaped head, that they paint.
Yep.
I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if they do many like this, but either 24K gold or nickel plated. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Does
I
it
did
give
see
a
that one. It kind of
price?
jumped
But
out to me. That's one of those. If you got to ask, should probably go elsewhere, buddy. Oh, the
yeah.
next one's all for you, buddy.
This one, so I've actually got a couple of questions on this, but I may be able to give you guys an early peek at this one because of thing. Well, actually, hold on. I might have one here to show you. We'll get into one that you want to talk about, Randall, and I'll actually grab this and
Shut
show
up.
you guys. Oh, hey, look at this. Another one.
Oh
Randy said
my
he ordered
God.
like 5 of these,
I've
only
never used.
$30,
I've
weigh
never no.
2.1 ounces, and he said he hasn't even thrown it yet, and this is already his favorite swim bait, he can tell. So I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, it's
This,
Googan. Is that why?
oh, well, Debo, if you actually knew me like you claim to, you would know that 2.1 ounces scares the hell out of me. And I probably would never throw anything that big,
Oh,
regardless of
come
your.
on.
Oh, no. And it's 30 frickin' bucks, man. Come on. I don't, I don't get down like that.
Let's see. Let me jump over to the comments here just to see old school people talking about backpacks.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
kind of
fish in
looking
the
to.
southeast. He said, yeah, there's definitely gonna be more. Yep, most definitely there'll be a lot more. But yeah, the switchblade by Queen's Tackle. Daniel T said, I agree, Daniel.
Yeah, somebody said something about the Tokyo stuff. I did see a couple of different, um, either it was the full-on Tokyo rig or it was Tokyo weights to go on
Hmm.
there. But I did see a couple of those when I was looking earlier too.
Let's see. Yeah, people saying $14 is too much for those. I don't know. I mean, if it works, that's the hard thing is if it really works and it's got good components, I'm not necessarily opposed to paying a little more. I mean, fishing stuff in general, the markup, I'll just switch over here. The markup on fishing in general is just stupid. And especially now with, shipping, with the cost
Hmm.
of, product and stuff, there's still a ridiculous kind of like mattresses. Like the markup on mattresses is like absurd. It's just one of those things. So, if it works and it's consistent, um, I don't have a problem paying them a little bit more if it's good. But if it's $14 and it's a piece of crap, then
Yeah, and
it's a
I
different
guess that's
story.
the thing that kind of scares me when it comes to lures and things like that, especially brand new ones to the market. They haven't gone through that testing, and it's like, yeah, equate it to whatever you want to, but I'm not gonna, go out and shell out a ton of money for something that could be totally just garbage, and they need another year or season or two just to perfect it.
Shan the Man O'Gorman, good friend of the channel, the aquatic biologist, says, "Why do people hate on Googan?" We had to get our weekly Googan question. Shan, as we've explained before, we neither love nor hate the Googans. It's just another company that we review. So thanks, Shan, for asking that question. I'm sure it'll get asked. I have to give Randy crap. We give each other crap because it's like every week we talk about it, that it's like you either love everything that's Googan or you hate them. There's no in between. I always chuckle. I actually just bought some new Googan stuff. I don't know if it'll be on here.
Right.
As much as I give
There's
Randy
no ifs,
crap.
ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, you can't be in between. Let's see.
Yeah,
Berkeley
that's about
Jig
right.
Slobberknocker should be good. I think you're just a bit behind. Sorry, Randall. I'm talking
Where
over
are
you. I think
we
there's
at?
just a slight delay.
Oh, you're back in the comments. No, you're good.
Let's see. What else do we have? I think they added. Let's see. I hate when it skips ahead. I had it where I was at. Okay, there we go.
I do like Nick Streeter
Right.
just made a comment at 8:01 saying that he doesn't have a budget constraint in quotes, but he rarely spends over $10 for a lure. I kind of am in that same boat. It's like once I
Yeah.
get over $10 per lure, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm probably down, I don't know, 3 or 4 jackhammers this year, and I don't want to think about it because then I start to get sick to my stomach. You know, I'm talking, what's that, $60? $60 in 4 lures?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Pretty close. Let's see. I think they added the rat Hellabass head since Wednesday night. Rich, you can jump on. I don't know if you're getting ready for a tournament or whatnot, but if you want to jump on, since you did this too and you got thoughts, for people that gave thoughts and stuff on your stream, you're more than welcome to hop in, man.
Hey, is
Jackal?
Jackal what was the one jerk bait that you had? The AP12, A7412, the kind of spendy one? I want to
The
say
Megabass Vision 110.
yeah, the 110. Okay, okay, never mind. I thought for some reason I was thinking Jackal was related to that, but I was not. I couldn't remember for sure.
Okay, let's see. I don't have a budget constraint. Yeah, rarely. Hey, Mike, good friend of the channel. Also, Kuda was in here. Did I give him a shout out? I posted him up there. Kuda Jig Squad. If y'all like tackle making and such, Kuda does a really awesome show. Appreciate Kuda getting those good bait makers on. He just had, what was it, Brian's? Or no, Battle Baits on. Good talks. Mike, Mr. Mike Dub, what's up, my friend? Thunderhawk did not make the list for new arrivals. However, we have several new products and new colors of existing products that will be coming to iCast. We'll be sending samples. Hey, thanks, Mike, friend of the channel. Appreciate you, man. Definitely be happy to try some of those. I actually just got, I went up to do it and did some painting with them, but I got my station reset up and stuff again. And I took a couple of the A10s apart because I'm going to paint them. So I'm going to do a couple DEBO customs. And that's going to be on a live coming up because A10s are cool because nobody else has anything like it. Like you can't buy that blank. Just neat blank. Mike, actually talk to you offline and see if I get just like non-painted blanks. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Creek and Trail says I have a few of their jigs and I'm pleased with the quality. Probably still talking about Berkeley. I know I'm behind. DEBO equals John B. Johnny Granville. That couldn't be farther from the truth. He's more handsome and good at editing.
Well, hold on. I remember there was one day we were driving around coming back from Volga, and you were like, oh, hey, let's just drive down this country road and do some B-roll stuff. Totally John B style. You know who he is, right? He's a Googie, one of my favorites. That was all things that you said to me that day. Just saying.
Randy puts stuff in my... I almost said something there, and luckily I caught myself. Randy likes to say things that I didn't say.
I mean, yeah. We did take B-roll that day of just driving down the road, but it's still.
Yeah, I'm horrible at like the B-roll video stuff. That dude is on a different level. He does have a really cool cinematic type stuff. Six Gill, I've never fished Mac. I've been asked about Six Gill a ton. I've never fished anything from them.
What time are you at right now?
8:03. Jermaine in the house. What's up, Jermaine? He said he lost a jackhammer last week that stings. Yeah, that it's no fun, man. No fun.
God, who was it? Oh, Mass Big Baits at 8:04 says I throw big baits 99% of the time, and they average $100 a piece.
A lot of people do. Like
Golly.
the swim bait thing is just like, I don't get it. It's like this whole other dark realm of craziness and like collecting swim baits and fishing them, and I don't have the confidence in it to do it. So
I gotta
yeah, I've
assume he's
never fished
probably
them.
boat fishing, right? You would assume
I
he's
don't know,
boat
man.
fishing, a little bit easier to retrieve if it gets hung up, things like that. I don't know. I could be totally wrong though, but yeah, I'm getting. If I were to throw $100 lure, I'm gonna at least have a snorkel and some goggles, just to be handy. So I'm going in after it if it gets hung up.
Dude, I went in after a $35 musky bait when it was like 40, 48, 50-degree water. Let's see. I think we're through most of the stuff. Gas is too much. That's actually an interesting thing. I was just reading, this is kind of off subject, but I was reading an article from, or actually watching part of it. I didn't watch all of it, but Think Media is like this thing on YouTube, and I really don't watch much YouTube at all. But it popped up actually, I think after I was watching Kuda's stream the other night, and I was getting ready for bed, and I put it on the play, and they were talking about, like if you're a full-time video creator, some of the things that could be happening now, since we're technically in a recession, people spending less on lives, people not donating to you, YouTube potentially losing ad revenue on like the partners that, pay them. So you're going to get possibly less through YouTube, other companies cutting back on sponsorships and such. So it's like, kind of talking through that. And, that's kind of the reason I've never gone full-time YouTube, because it's such a gamble. I don't have a million
Right.
subscribers. They're like, it's probably a lot of YouTubers are going to have to get, kind of a side job, or, things you can cut out, things you can do. So yeah, I get that, Gululid. I get it. I've actually cut back a lot too. I made my 4th of July purchase, but I used money that people had sent in to me for the purchases and stuff. But I've actually been laying pretty low. I say that now for the past probably 2 months, but I've got a bunch of tackle that was saved up from that I still need to do unboxings and stuff on. So, but I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm trying not to buy as much crazy stuff too.
Oh, did I see Tackle Junkie just showed up?
I don't know. Is he?
Since he just showed up, Debo, I want to make you jealous. I actually had a bunch of points saved up with Bass Pro Shop / Cabela's, and I just went and got a exclusive Bass Pro Shop Cabela's Benchmade
Dude, my
bug
favorite.
out.
I think Benchmade is my favorite knife.
Orange blade, man. Never
That's
had
pretty
one.
sick.
I honestly, there was a fleeting moment. I was like, I'm gonna get one for Debo. And then I was like, he's never going to accept it. He won't take it. He won't do it. He'll throw like a fit about it, and I'll have to like sneak it into his bag or something like that. And so, sorry, I didn't get one for you, Debo.
Don't be sorry. If you'd have tried to get me one, I would have done just what Michael did. I said, "Shut up, Randy," and I wouldn't have taken it.
Oh, Jesus. Whatever.
Well,
Isn't there a list of
There's
iCast
Jim.
lures we need to talk about or something?
Yes, we'll get back to it. Sorry. Let's see. Rich said over 200 people watching and 79 likes. Yeah, if y'all want to support me, here's the thing. People always like say, Debo, I feel bad. I wish I could send you stuff. Literally, you don't need to send money. You don't need to send stuff to the channel. Watch my videos, like them, and comment. That's literally the best thing you can do to support me, and it costs you nothing. So, except for the internet to have it and watch and all that. So
Shut up. Stop talking.
Okay.
You're ruining it.
So, okay, let's get back to lures. We'll go through a few more of these, and then I'll switch back. So this, kind of like Rich said, this is exactly what I thought it looked like, the Guppy Head.
Yeah.
Or I forget what the other one is. I don't really fish this type a lot. I've got some smaller finesse ones, but you can use it like a Demiki rig, more of like a jigging type thing, but it's cool. I like it. I like the plastic holder. It's like these from this. I think with my lighting, I might be able to get. It's like the lighting on these. What is it? Manic Mullet or whatever the mullet swim jig is from Do It. It's got the same type of soft plastic keeper, and I actually do like that. So what else do we have here? So nothing big on that. The jackals, I fished one, never caught anything on it. I'm just not a big swim bait guy. I need to put in more time, but they've got some new colors. Jackal rearrange. What do you all think on the Jackal rearrange? I've never fished one. $15, so they're not quite as much as a Mega Bass Vision 110, but a little bit more than I usually spend. Like the 6 cents Provoke, the I'm a Flit, the Husky Jerks from Rapala. If I'm thinking offhand, those are probably my big ones. But like that
Whatever
$8,
the
$9
Bass
mark.
Pro, the Bass Pro, whatever they're called, branded. I'm a fan of those jerk baits. They're right around in that $8, $9 price range, I think. Also,
sorry, just looking through comments. Make sure let's see. Nothing there. New knife. I don't think anything. I'm just trying to scroll.
Graham. Live. What do you think about that? The Live Target Live Craw bait. Would you ever fish anything
Let's
like
see.
that? And
No.
at the price point of $15?
No. So I remember, is this Yozuri that makes this? No, Live Target.
No, it's Live Target,
Yozuri. I think Yozuri made one where it's like the craw. It looked really good, but Brady, you remember Brady? You got to meet Brady. Brady and I were out fishing, and I think second cast got it snagged. Uh-oh. Was that drink down?
Yeah, it was fine. It's got a lid on it. We're good.
Oh, good. Yeah, he lost it like second cast. I don't know. The profile to me just doesn't scream like, if you're trying to imitate a craw, I get what they're trying to do, but
right.
I don't know.
I would almost think that the tie's on the bottom right there, right?
No, this is the weight thing. So if you read through it, it's got like a weight transfer system, which is kind of cool. So it allows it to fall straight down, flat, like this, like a belly weighted swim bait hook. And then you can mess with the different weights. It's supposed to give it like a lifelike wobble on the way down. It's a mix between ABS plastic and like a TPE polyethylene plastic. So it's cool, but it looks like it's got a split ring back here, and that's where you would tie it. I am sharing, hopefully, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Split ring
Okay,
back
I see
here.
it there.
Oops. I was thinking that was magnified, but yeah, so back there. So I don't know. It's not really, I feel like with a jig and stuff, you could just do so much more. I don't know. I guess I can't knock it till I've tried it, but it's not one that I will be picking up.
I also get really kind of not concerned, but
What do you all think?
I'm very skeptical about any type of, I guess, if you want to consider this a hard soft bait hybrid, I guess, where you have one bait, and if they rip off any of those appendi or those claws, it's getting less and less successful or efficient. Maybe that always kind of worries me there.
Yeah, I agree. Liza, yeah, good call. The Berkeley Stunna. I actually do like the Stunna a lot. Had a good day on it last year, and then a day-ish and a half good day on it this year. But yeah, I like the Stunna. Who was it? Said, yeah, Nick Streeter, I agree. Why buy a $15 craw when you can get a Googie Bandito bug?
What's this?
Shan,
Shimano?
Dude, Shan, I was actually just gonna frickin' say that, dude. I was like, was it Shan or somebody else was talking about that study that they did where they pulled the claws off? I think that was you, Shan. It's got to be, right?
Yeah, no, I think you talked about that.
Yeah, where they put them all in the tank. That's too funny,
Yeah.
dude. I was literally just gonna say that. Okay, so these are actually kind of cool. So these are the Shimano World Pops. Expensive. Now this is expensive like the other Shimano, I think, jerk baits that they released. So I'm probably not gonna be buying one.
It is their jerk bait, but they have that special thing in there that makes it extra easy to bomb it down to the back end, and
down to the back.
Then it does something weird, like some sort of super flash. I don't know exactly what it does, but
yeah. So what it is, it's a piece of, I don't know what they call it here. It's like a flashy metal or highly reflective foil is what they call it on springs. So I actually remember there was an old lure like this. It didn't have the springs. An old lure that I had where you actually had cards. And who was it? Lucky Strike actually sent me one out of the blue, and it didn't even say it was from Lucky Strike. I need to get that out. It was like, what's his name? Jimmy Houston lure. I don't know where I put that. I was going to show it on live, but I actually had some old lipless crankbaits back in the day. You took like where the fin is on like a Bill Lewis rattle trap. I don't have any around here. Like the little fin on the Bill Lewis rattle trap, that was the top of the card. You pulled it out and you could put different color foil inside of it.
No kidding.
So yeah, this I think is actually pretty cool. the foil, you know, if it's clear water or if it's a sunnier day, this stuff actually does put off a lot of flash. And there's a little spring here. There's like a little hole in the middle that holds it. So this spring, as you pop it and work it, that foil's in there kind of bouncing on its own. So it's got its own flash and stuff going to it, even after you kind of stop it. I think it's kind of neat. I'm not mad at companies trying to do stuff like this, make stuff a little bit more, innovative, try to change stuff. I know people say in the market so often that, oh, everything's been done. It's, somebody's already done it. Yeah, but I applaud
Right.
companies for doing stuff like this, like 13 Fishing, that like the Z slide with the little slide on the magnets. Love them or hate them. I think that's cool that they're trying different stuff. Instead of just the regular doyo, turn the brakes on the side.
Yep.
Might be a hit. It might need work, but I applaud that. So this thing I think is kind of neat. I don't know that I'll spend $20 on one, but I
Did
like
you
it. I think
say,
that's kind of cool.
was it a rattle trap or was it a Bill Lewis? Or was it
No, it
neither?
wasn't either of those, dude. I'll have to try to find it.
I was
I
just
don't know
trying to
what
look
the
one up
brand
real
was.
quick.
I have no idea the brand at all.
Okay.
Oh, it was on Tackle Talk that he said that too. I don't know if that was Shan talking about it on there or if Tackle Talk did like a separate thing, but Hellabass, that is a really good point. Rich said I'm more apt to spend more money on topwater since I rarely lose them. Yeah, I'm not as afraid to spend money on a frog or really topwater walking baits. Yeah, because you honestly don't lose them like that. So
Well, I
I
mean,
agree.
he doesn't fish in Iowa, I guess, with all those slimy snakes.
He's up in Minnesota, so he knows all about them.
Yeah, no, I was just saying. Never mind. What's that over there? Oh, cool.
So this one I thought it was just a deep diver, but I actually started reading it. I really like the Spro Lil John. Yeah. Pour one
What?
out for Lil John. What?
What? You can't.
Um,
He's no. Never mind.
yeah, I usually say that when they're dead, but just I guess
Yeah.
maybe I should say cheers ode to Little John for that. Anyway, this does have different sizes. So when I first scrolled through here, I was like, pass. But as I read it a little bit more, so it says the Outsider is easier to cast with more responsive action. The water available in 3 sizes. So the 3/8 square bill, shallow running 3 to 4, and then the heavier 60, which is 70 to 9. So I liked. I thought this was said.
Then there's
Yeah.
that
So it
80 also. Yeesh. That 80,
this is the.
19 to 21.
Oh yeah, the biggest.
Yeah.
Yikes. So this is the thing that caught my eye. So let's say 3 to 4 feet, or even 7 to 9 feet, depending on where you're fishing. The bank angler in me saw this and thought, man, if this really does get down quicker, because of the weighting, it says they've moved some of the weights to the outside. Easier to cast with more responsive action in the water. I don't know how much of a difference it's really going to make, but I thought as a bank angler, the problem with crankbait fishing is you can move around in a boat, I should say. You can move around. You can get real long casts. If you've got deeper crankbaits on a boat from the bank, you're kind of stuck at where you're at. So if you've got a crankbait that you can, just crank a couple times and already be at max depth, that's pretty big, So that kind of caught my eye. I don't know if they're just saying that, but I noticed like the bottom was different than the Little John, where it's like just flat and it's just a line tie. A little
So
bit
the thing
different there.
that
It's kind of
kind of
shielded.
that looks a little different for me on that is specifically the connection or the where it pairs up between the bill and the body.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, that kind of makes me a little, that would make me a little worried that little bit right there is what's kind of holding on, and it looks almost like shaved down there a little. I don't know. It could be totally wrong, but
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is
But I don't
that
know.
line
At the
tied?
price though,
That's
yikes.
really like
19 to
embedded in
25
there
bucks.
too. Oh yeah, $26. Come on, Debo.
Yeah. 20 to 26, I guess I should say. So I don't know. Kind of caught my eye, kind of cool. Now the Spros that we were talking about before, Randy said they've released quite a few lures. Yeah, these look pretty cool. And Rich was
Yeah.
saying, I don't remember the name of these, but it's a spinnerbait company that you could throw it down and let it fall, and it was designed so the blades could move even on the fall type deal. I don't get crazy different in my spinnerbaits. I'm usually fishing them around wood pretty fast. But if you like to, kind of slow crawl one or let it fall, almost like you're jigging a spinnerbait, this might be one to try if it works that way. Rich, what were those? I don't know if he's still in here or not, but
I usually try to jig every lure that I use.
that's because you only fish a jig. Well,
no.
I jigged the jig. I burned the jig.
I spinnerbait the jig. I jig the spinnerbait, I should say. With the thumper spinnerbait.
Lucky strike. Good wake baits. Okay. Spro, Lil John are awesome. I completely agree, fat guy. Let's see. Sorry, Hella. Debo has lost to topwater. I have lost topwaters. Yeah. I didn't say I don't lose them. I just say I don't lose them as much. But I have lost topwaters, unfortunately. That's Baskey's here. Yeah, you want to talk decranking and stuff. That's his wheelhouse, not me. Just got off the water. Chris, hopefully you found some, brother. Oh, the Jackal Super Eruption. There we go. Thank you, Rich. So yeah, I don't fish spinnerbaits, a ton of crazy different ways, but I like it. I actually like the look of it, and just buying something on the look, catching the fisherman more than the fish. I know, but just the profile and everything of it's pretty sweet. I'll applaud him for that, making a good look one. Same thing as this one, Indiana blade, little Colorado kicker blade. I do like that they have the sizes on there too, because I am horrible at judging spinnerbait blade sizes. So I do like that they put those on there. I don't know if they sell extras, but
how difficult is that to throw a size on there, to throw a weight on there, to do any of that stuff? I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
That's got to be pretty easy, right? If you're manufacturing something on a mass level, I don't know why it's just not done universally.
I like that they do say here too that the Menai head shape is made for hard cover such as rock and timber. That's one thing people don't talk about a ton is fishing a spinnerbait over rocks. But I know on my local lake, before they drained it, now they're doing like some stupid pedestrian bridge crap on it, so you can't fish it. But anyway, yeah, burning a spinnerbait over rocks and clicking the tops of rocks. I've caught a ton of fish that way. If you look at a lot of my spinnerbaits, a lot of them have all the lead and paint and everything wore off on the bottom. Great way to catch fish because you don't get hung up much. You've got it moving continuously and you're usually just banging right here. So, people talk about wood and stuff a lot with the spinnerbaits, but yeah, if you've not tried, instead of fishing like a crankbait on it, try clicking the spinnerbait over it. It can be very, very effective. The drum like it too. So if you don't want to catch a drum, watch out. They'll probably eat it. This Demon 55 looks kind of cool. I did see that one. I liked it. 55 millimeter, 3/8 ounce. Let's see, for covering water. Oh, I thought there was something that I saw on it. Yeah, fast retrieves for covering.
Yeah, that's the thing that I did read about that is they did talk about like a fast retrieve because it's, what do they say, the Speed Demon 55, something along those lines,
Yeah, I know a lot of people are, look for a crankbait that you can burn. Some of them will tend to hunt and lay on their side if you burn them too quick.
Yeah. Or kind of
the rock crawler. I don't fish the rock crawlers. Honestly, I didn't even know they had shallower diving rock crawlers. I've never got into them. But I did learn that was a few lives back. People are like, oh yeah, they sell different ones. I always thought they were all deep diving, but this is a deep diving 9 to 12 or deeper, I should say, not deep, but mixed stick. I've only got one mixed stick. I haven't fished in. This is a +1, so it makes it go a little bit deeper. Yozuri pencil, the 110. This is a good size. I like the 110 size. I do like these. So, if you think back to like the Lucky Craft Gunfish was kind of the first one that I had. Evergreen Shower Blows came out with one. I never got it. But when Berkeley came out with the Cane Walker, it's a bigger one. I think it's a 130 if I remember right. It's a little bit bigger size, but Randy, that's the one you and I were out. I caught fish on it.
Yeah.
Comments. Caught fish on it, but I hit the rocks on one cast and it cracked it.
Yeah, so but you kept fishing it though, right? That was the one?
I kept fishing it. Yep, it didn't take on water, and I put some Minda on it, and I've never had trouble with it since. But I liked it. It's loud. The mouth on it pops. I'll kind of show you on this one too. This little mouth is cupped. I don't know if it's like the Shower Blows where it's got like the two little deals on it. But a lot of noise. It's a big bait. Moves a lot of water. So if you've got, kind of just a ripple or, I mean, even a little bit more of a ripple, you can still call them up with something like this, but they've just made it in a little bit smaller size. So I do like that. I think that size is a good universal 100-ish, 110 is kind of my favorite size. Yozuri 3DR Shad. I have not used any of the flashy ones. I think there's one that's like Hollow Flash or something that they've got in the Yozuri series. I've never used them, but this looks like a X wrap, like a not X wrap. What do they call those? Shad wrap.
Shad wrap, yeah.
Wrap profile deal. Yeah. So it's cool. It's got the like the prism stuff in it, kind of like what we were talking about before. Clean, clear water, sunny day. I can see that definitely working, kicking some flash out. This one, okay, so this one kind of caught my eye. So again, with the flashy stuff inside of it, but it's a little dude. So this is only, what did I read? 1/4 ounce, 2 inches. It's got that 3D internal prism scale pattern that emits light in all directions. So again, in cleaner water, you know, with some sunlight. That's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting that multiple companies have kind of picked on that, I guess.
Yeah, again, that's just one of those where it just looks like it's that hookup, that connection, or the spot between the bill and the actual body of it just kind of looks a little iffy to me, you know?
Yeah, but if you look at a normal crankbait, it's usually just a lip inserted into the bait. So
Yeah, true, true. I'm just probably a Debbie Downer or naysayer or something, you know?
I mean, it could be. You don't know how thin it is there, but remember, this is a small bait too, so it's probably not going to be
Oh yeah, yeah.
wrenching on them with it, you know.
No, I'm still gonna.
I'm going to fish this on my jig rod. I didn't read anything about this one. I kind of skipped past it. So again, that 3D. So it looks like they're really kicking on that internal prism pattern. Lipless. Hardcore bullet crank, +5. Deeper diver, yeah, 15 to 20. Not anything I'm going to be fishing soon. Okay.
Yeah, so
let's take a break before we talk about this one.
Okay, perfect.
Jump over. I want to check comments. We'll leave it up there so people can read it and kind of see. What else do we have here? So people talking about reel craws. Yep, Daniel said if I wanted a real looking craw, I'd get one of those Savage Gear ones. Yeah, the cool thing is there's so many companies that have like soft plastic craws that you can fish on Shaky Head, Ned Rig, Texas Rig, Jig, you know. I don't know where that craw thing would fit really in my arsenal, but
yeah, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh, why is a saltwater shrimp in here? And then I actually looked at it and realized it was a craw. So
you and Hella Bass talking about who had more pike. Yeah, they've got pike in like every lake up there.
Well, I mean, you're not used to it, Debo, but pike are way more. It's so crazy, like 45-minute drive or an hour drive, north.
Well, that's because you fish a lot of places that are right off the river or flooded because of the river, or places where they've stocked them. Down here, it's just we've got them. I don't fish the river as much, so
I mean, you're scared of the river and Whitney Houston.
Some big rivers I am scared of, man. They're
homemade pontoon Whitney Houston driving people.
Westfall drum are a ton of fun. I think they are underrated. They're just dream ruiners. You hook one, you're like, oh my god, dude, state record bass. You get it up and you're like, oh. But yeah, I'm not downplaying their fight. They're like bulldogs, man. They just turn and run.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I hooked that catfish. At first, I thought, "Oh man, this thing's foul hooked," And then it was hooked in the mouth. It was a good hook set, whole nine. But I was just like, "This is a huge bass," because I was fishing in a place that I've been told by the locals that has double digits in it. So I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna rub this in DEBO'S face so much," and then it was catfish.
I can't wait to send him this picture and tell him how much he sucks. Oh, gee, thanks, Randy. I was already having a horrible day. This really helped. Appreciate you, friend. Mantuba, I did see that. King Bassin posted some pictures of it. Ark's going to sell reels now. I'm sure they're rebranded Korean reels. We shall see. Yeah, I don't really mind. I mean, I don't care if it's a Doyo type reel. It's interesting to see what kind of spin companies put on their stuff. I like trying stuff. I'm not going to go out and buy one, that's for sure, but it's interesting to see what they do. Had to read DEBO may need to zoom in a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I was zoomed in before and then zoomed out. What's happening? Zoomed out so we could see stuff. So I'll read quick. We'll get back to this. I think I'm caught up on comments. Fat Boy and Rich talking about how they love Diet Mountain Dew. I can't drink regular. Hey, Punch Fishing in here. Y'all go check out if you want to see more. I don't want to say all higher end, but like kind of that mid to higher end. Punch does a good job. I'm actually going to get Punch on a live here soon. What do we say, August? But he's a gear nerd like me. He uses a lot of the like the Loomis stuff. So kind of interesting to get a take that way. I kind of use stuff all over the spectrum, but he's kind of an expert on that. And I'm not going to lie, Punch, I hadn't heard you before Gramps. Then I went and kind of binged some of your stuff after Gramps. It was nice seeing you on there. So good dude, knows his stuff. We'll have him on. And I think I'm all cut up now. By golly. He said Googan's for life. Yeah, Punch, I saw we're going to get to that. He's like, holy crap, they're selling like a $350, $400 combo. The Googans.
Yeah.
Rod and reel. We'll get to that. That's insane. I didn't see prices on any of their stuff.
I sent you pictures. Come on, buddy.
I didn't look at prices. I just saw the pictures.
Yeah, they're for first year out, just straight out of the box, like we'll get to it. What about this Z-Man?
Okay, so the Hellraiser. So I honestly haven't read this, anything about it. So self-walking topwater slashes, sputters, and carves the surface in a unique action never before seen by the fish. Designed by chatterbait innovator Ron Davis, the Hellraiser is power-driven by an exclusive weighted tail blade. Now, this is one thing I'm going to talk about. A simple straight retrieve effortlessly, mind you. Planes lure to the top where it delivers its craze, fleeing action is slow, fast speeds, a thin, elongated, minimalist body, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the tail weight. So the interesting thing here, this almost looks like in the musky world, they call it what do they call those lures? Because that's what it reminded me of, was one of those mixed sticks. Is that what they call them? The mixed stick
I have no
lures
idea.
that you pop. They look like this. You pop it. I have my musky bass here. You pop it, let it fall. I've got some small ones.
You're like, here, I got 7 of them right here.
So I shouldn't talk crap because I'm not a musky guy, but you pop them, you let them fall. They do kind of a erratic. It's kind of like a jerkbait type deal with them. But it's more of like a jigging.
I'm looking at it and I'm just confused as to how it even starts to work. Like I assume that the front, in front of that treble near the front on the opposite side of the blade, I assume that is the line tie.
That's where you tie it. I am sharing, right? Yep. That's where you tie it right here.
And does it float? Like, to me, that is going to make it like it would want to float upside down. You know what I mean? Because the line tie is underneath. It's going to want to flip over and float that way.
No, because so the weight's going to be in the butt. So it's going to be riding like this, butt down with the weight. Line ties up here. Now, apparently you didn't listen when I was reading this, Randy. I told you.
No, I did.
A simple straight retrieve effortlessly planes the lure on top. So in theory, it's supposed to plane on top here. You can see it's kind of like cut. Now, the thing that I thought was funny was everybody else is like attacking, or Z-Man's attacking everybody else for, copyright or trying to make like the chatterbait.
Right.
What does this lure look like? Look at this.
I mean,
and then look at this over here.
I was going to say that blade looks like something that I've seen before on a different type of lure. But what are you trying to show something?
I'm jumping over to grab it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it just looks weird. And like, for me, I wouldn't have chosen that as my color scheme to show off my new lure, but that's just me.
I thought this was kind of funny. And I don't know if they're trolling Strike King. Like, oh, you guys can't make a chatterbait, but look at this that we made. So if you talk about blade baits back in the old day, one that I never fished, like I saw and I was like, I'd rather just throw a spinnerbait. But an old blade bait, if I can find it here, I think they still make them anyway. Let's see. Oh, maybe they don't. Are they not on here? So I think it was called the Rage Blade. Is that right?
Yeah, I see Rage Blade in here. Yep.
Strike King Rage Blade is what they were called. I don't see it. They might not sell it anymore. Just I don't see it on Tackle Warehouse. Okay, hold on.
You should have let me do that first. Oh, wow. I can type. I type good.
Strike King Rage Blade. Here we go. I'll just grab 100%. Discount Tackle has some. So you look at this. And I don't know if they're trolling them or what. How can I do stop sharing and then
Okay. Why am I getting broadheads showing up here? What's going on?
So look at this. So there's the Rage Blade. Is that not the exact same thing? I saw that and was cracking up. I'm like, I think they're trolling them. They're like, oh yeah, new innovative. Look at this.
That's
It's the
okay. So the
exact same
Rage
stuff. I thought it
Blade
was kind of funny.
may not be a full. Okay, so the Rage Blade might be a full cylinder down at the bottom there, where this new one could be flat because we can't see the backside of it. But
I don't know. I just thought it was
I
funny when that was the first thing that I thought
and for
when I saw that.
$15 to boot.
I don't know. Maybe it'll have a cool action. I mean, it might be neat, might surprise you. I don't
Maybe it's
know.
the bee's
Hopefully, it won't
knees. Who
sink.
knows?
It's a topwater
Yeah.
bait, right? So hopefully, it
I
doesn't
just don't
sink. It's got
know.
enough buoyancy.
Yeah, I just don't know how that little body is going to hold up that big weight and all the extra hardware on there. I maybe it's
I
all
don't know,
about,
Randall.
that smooth, steady retrieve is what you need to be able to make it become the top water that it wants to be.
I don't know. Interesting. Let's see. Do we have any anything in the comments talking about it? Crappie, Strike King Rage Blade. Yep, I'm behind. Strike King Rage. Yeah, it looks like a double
Creek and
horse. I
Trail.
agree, Michael.
Creek and Trail said, yeah, he thinks that the bait's going to catch a lot of fishermen.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested to try it. Kind of cool looking,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'd definitely try one of yours.
Let's see. Looks like Super Strike with a chatter. Yeah. If you reverse it, it has the same system as a chatterbait design that's out there. Can't remember the name. Oh yeah, Hammer. We were just talking about that. The Rage Blade. Yep. It's on Google. Somebody said it's on Google to find the image. I know, I'm slow. Sorry. Maybe it's licensed from Z-Man. Oh, true. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? People still buying Rage Blades. I wasn't impressed when fishing it. Oh, Hammer, did you fish one of these? Interesting. Wally World sells Rage Blades. I think the Hellraisers. Yeah, it's a topwater lure. Yep. Wouldn't the blade get in the way of the hookups? I don't know. I guess if stuff's kind of grabbing at it from the back, but yeah, it could. I mean, there's not a lot of room there to hook up.
Honestly, like if you're throwing like some sort of double and or triple treble hooked bait, what can you think, or do you remember where the majority of the hooks are getting pinned at? For me, I think it's at least the back hook is definitely pinned.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I mean, if they're swiping at it, yeah, it's going to be the back one, but the line tie's on the bottom, Matthew. So the line tie is just up here under the eye. The line tie's there that you're tying onto that split ring. So I don't know. We'll see. Enough on the Hellraiser Z-Man. Maybe they've created the best fish catching lure or the best fisherman catching lure.
The next one I think is just a basic classic. The Z-Man Finesse swim jig. This thing, it looks great. I think. I mean,
they're small.
I
don't know that I'll fish
fan.
anything besides. I've only fished them once that day I was out. They looked sick in the water. I think I moved all of them.
What is this? And the patented Stabatrack jig head design.
Stabatrack. Is that like a?
It's a Z-Man
Decepticon.
Yeah.
It's a Decepticon. So this is what came to mind when I saw these from Z-Man. I mean, they look pretty close, and Missile Baits already did it. I love these things for a little finesse swimming Midwest type deal. These are the Ikes mini swim jig from Missile Baits.
Oh yeah,
pretty sick. There's some cool colors. It's kind of a lighter weed guard, not anything too crazy. Decent hook. It's not super crazy heavy, but yeah, I really like these. Fished them a couple times. They come through grass well, but I didn't catch anything that day. I think that was a Texas rig day. That was the only thing I could catch them.
Yeah, these are really small. I didn't realize that. 5/32, 3/16, and a 1/4 ounce.
Yeah, quarter's the biggest. So yeah, they're little dudes.
They are really small.
Okay, what else? So they're cool though. I mean, I would try one. I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to it, but I've already got a bunch of those missile bait ones I picked up. So again, another pencil slash shower blows esque looking top
I'm
water walking bait.
top
Good
walking
lord,
water bait.
words are hard.
I
Um,
that looks like it's very interesting. It's not like a smooth, like traditional rounded off pencil bait. It's got those little dips and grooves and valleys in it too.
yeah, I forget the name of the company that does it, but it's like Lure King or something that works on the lures with 13 fishing. The thing is, the 13 fishing lures look really neat. They're a little bit more expensive is the reason I haven't honestly tried a bunch of them. But the colors and stuff, like I had a really good day actually that's been 2 years ago on that 13 fishing square bill and that dead shad
Hmm.
color. It's got like the dead, like looking eyes customized that are pretty sweet. Um, they make really neat looking lures, just a little bit more expensive. 13.99 is kind of for top water, not crazy expensive, but a little bit
Right.
more
And
than
what size is that? It
spook or
doesn't say,
something.
does it?
I don't
No, it
think it
doesn't say.
does. No.
I mean, it's a three treble hook lure, so you got to think it's a little bit on the larger side. I mean,
Yeah, I would assume it's like 100, somewhere around in there, at least, if not bigger. Probably
yeah.
like a 4.5 inch bait. But I like it. I like the looks of it a lot. All right, soft baits. Let's see. Okay, I did get a
Here
look
we
at
go.
these. I did get a look at these
Yeah.
the other day. These things look pretty sweet. So it's got what do they call it? Like a dimpled honeycomb. Honeycomb
Hmm.
technology increases durability, additional swimming action for unique strike appeal. Thick bait fish profile, dense head, which I really like. Whoops, sorry.
Whoa.
Um, Durability to prevent tearing. So, like I've talked about before, this is a bladed jig trailer. I love using the fluke. But the thing with the fluke is once you get into that belly section of the fluke, like if you cut any of the head off to cut it down a little bit, it's real thin there and it just tears out. So you have to fish it longer or cut the tail down.
It does have
Um,
the back and belly slots too,
that's what I
which
was going
I
to
mean,
say. Yep. And a little
yeah.
bit farther back, it's got those cuts in it. And I think two sizes, yeah, 3.5 and 4.25. Whoops.
Yeah, this was definitely one that I had written down when I was looking at these earlier. I think they look really
10
good. I
bucks.
mean, not even for just a bladed jig. I think, they could definitely do some damage in other
Like a
aspects
jerk bait or
too.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to try those. Those look pretty cool. So it's kind of like your Zacho, the like the Lake Fork Magic Shad or whatever they call it.
Hmm.
A number of kind of that profile. But I like it.
What
I like the power bait stuff.
they're called what again? The power.
Power Stinger.
I was just looking to see if they had any of the other colors on their website,
We
just
need to make a
because.
trip up. We need to contact Berkeley and make a trip up there because Spirit Lake is where it used to be their headquarters. I don't know if they still do a ton of stuff there, but that's like 4 hours from us. Be kind of
Yeah,
fun
I
to go
know
up
they
there and
still
check
got the
that stuff out.
factory up there and all that stuff, but
Here in
I know
Iowa, good old Iowa.
they were super cool. The one time I took a Revo in there, they were like,
Hmm.
I took it into the office because the one of the side plates was busted, and I was like, "Hey, can you guys do anything with this?" Or not the side plate, but the little nut next to the handle. And they're like, "Oh yeah, give me a second." The dude comes back out with it, and he's like, "Here you go, fixed it." And I walked out, didn't
Fixed
pay
it.
anything, didn't do anything, so it was pretty neat.
The quarantine quad. This is kind of cool. Big Bite Baits, I feel like they're kind of one of those companies that flies under the radar. Like they're not cool. They don't have a cool name. Like I don't feel like they do much marketing, but they've got some solid kind of cool off the wall kind of baits. Some of their baits, a couple of those craws, and I forget what another one was, like the Yo Mom or something. I didn't like them after I fished them, but like the fighting frog, which is what these feet or claws remind me of, like the fighting frog deal. It actually looks
Hmm.
really neat in the water. There's a couple other big bite bait things I got. The kamikaze craws. Brando got me hooked on those. They have holes in the fins or the claws, so when they flap, they leave kind of a
Yeah,
bubble trail.
nice.
So yeah, I feel like they don't get a bunch of love. Um,
I
9 pack.
feel like they really kind of undersell themselves just with, they're just the packaging alone. That's one of the things that when I'm not just looking at packaging and things like that. Ooh, shiny,
I
let
don't
me
think
buy
they
that
market a
thing.
bunch.
But
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like they're not going to put a bunch of money into some crazy off the wall package, and which I'm not mad at. I mean, keep it simple. So a Ned
100%.
style body. Oh, 4.25 inches is what I was trying to find size. So shaky head, or I was even thinking Nico or Neko rig, however the hell you say it. On these would be kind of cool, kind of a little finesse presentation.
What was the link? Oh,
Or Ned rig.
425. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say you could Ned that for sure, like a bigger Ned. That'd be
Yeah, so the body's probably like what, 3 inches. So yeah, a little bit like bigger EWG Ned. Good for bank fishing. This I thought looked just like the flatworm. So this is the Big Baits Somali 36. Looks just like a Berkeley flatworm. I'm not mad at it. I mean, that's one that has caught tons and tons and tons of fish for people. So they kind of put their own little spin on it, but that's what jumped out at me. This one, okay, so this one actually really excited me. So this is like a mix of the old spinnerbait trailers. If y'all remember was it Zoom or was it Zoom that made those? Like the little round tube thing with the two little feet. Actually, here.
I know Z-Man did those. Z-Man packaged those with their chatterbaits.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before, like back in the day, I used to run these on spinnerbaits a lot. They were kind of flat, some of them, and then some were round. I've got some here in my old tackle box from back in the day. I'll show you all real quick. These are vintage from probably the early 90s. Is that vintage? Vintage in the early 90s?
Actually, I was just gonna say early 90s is now vintage. Just for
seriously,
that was having a good day. Yeah.
Oh damn, we're old. Yeah, Zoom. Yeah, the Zoom split tail. So this is I used to keep my stuff in little baggies. This is an old. You can tell they're kind of yellowed, but it's got kind of the ridges, which is actually funny because this is the same stuff you see on like the missile baits, the new mini D chunk. They have little ridges here to help kind of move the water. But this is it. And these were nice because you could put them on a trailer on a spinnerbait. They didn't add any size. They didn't mess with the, how the spinnerbait ran. But it gave it kind of a cool little, when you pop your spinnerbait, gave it kind of a cool look in the back.
Little flutter type of spitter.
Yeah, a little flutter. So these I was actually pretty excited about these because, am I sharing? No. Because they've got the big head portion. So like a kamikaze, I forget what that's called. Is it the swim on? What's that called? Kamikaze chatterbait trailer that I like.
Oh God, what is that?
Good job on that one. I think it's the kamikaze swim on. But anyway, it's like that, but instead of having the tail and back, just got those. I think this is pretty neat. I'm down with it. I want to try these. 4.25 inch, $4.29 for a 7-pack. So not horrible, but yeah.
God, here we go.
Those I like. What's wrong?
We're gonna go into frog now.
This didn't excite me at all. I actually thought they already made this. This is the Booyah Pop and Padcaster Junior.
Honestly, I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, so it's just like the small version of it. I thought they already had one, but I guess not. So
I was like, oh,
that's nothing huge.
Cool. Could you guys, cut down that $7.29 price and only give me, I don't know, half of that, tail or legs on there? Yeah.
Save $2, one for each leg, and cut these down to there.
Right.
Let's see. The jerkbait looks kind of cool. I honestly don't fish really much any Biospawn stuff. It's just a company I've never really got hooked on. No pun intended. But this looks cool. I like the kind of fork tail. Again, this could be kind of a cool chatterbait trailer.
Yeah.
Does it say is designed with an elongated tail? Hook channel for protection through the weeds.
Fish that
that's
like
what
a
it
fluke?
is. That's what it is. I think is just twitching. Yeah. So you fish it like a fluke, but I noticed they kind of, I think it was 6 cents that had that. I don't know. There's probably companies that had it before, but the dorsal fin here is split. So you rig it with a hook that's big enough so the point lays in between the dorsal fin, and it protects your hook point to help keep it weedless. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if companies have done it before them, but I remember seeing it on the 6 cents one, the whatever their fluke is called.
What is
These guys are kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. When I scrolled down, I thought this was for sure a Googie thing because it looks like the Googie Neds, but it's not. Bio Exo Ned. Kind of neat.
Oh, the Stretch X plastic.
Yeah. Stretch
Ultra durable.
X.
So I assume that's similar to the Z-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's cool. I would give them a try. I don't know that I'm going to run out and buy them, but yeah, they're kind of neat. I like the little feet deals.
I don't know about this next one.
These have actually been out for a while. There's a lot of people have already shown pictures and stuff. Yeah, these came out, I think, early in the year. Earlier, maybe like March, May in there. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's a twist on a tube, but again, like I've seen so many tube baits that I've got so many tubes. It's like it's hard for me to justify like the 6 cents Crube, which is the craw tube looking deal, or this like
sure.
You know, I'll just fish a tube. So I don't know, but for maybe somebody newer getting into it,
right?
This is kind of interesting. The Biffle Bugs. Normally, the Biffle Bugs, just the two people fish them on like a wobble head, but this one has the variant features the same rib body combined with a solid head and quick kicking side appendages for a seductive fall. Kind of cool. A lot of motion to it. Kind of reminds me of like a man bear pig mixed with a brush hog kind of look to it. I don't know. Kind of cool. And again, that's not one I'd rush out and buy, but Gene the Roof stuff's cool.
I mean, I definitely
Jackal
use
Rhythm
it if
Wag
it was out there.
I did pick up some of these. This was in my 4th of July order. I did grab a couple of these because, again, I thought bladed jig trailer. It's got the solid head with the fork tail. Not a ton of crazy action to it. So I did buy a couple of those. You'll all see these in an unboxing soon. Now, these, to me, this screamed Randizzle all over it. I guarantee you Randizzle's bought about 7 of these live target ultimate frogs. I mean, that thing just looks like a fish catcher. Not one I'll be buying. I shouldn't make fun of it. I haven't actually seen it, but to me, it reminds me of the stupid Lunker Hunt ones that
it really does.
Hate those. I hate the legs on those. Some people say they love them. I personally hate them. So
honestly, the Lunker Hunt frogs with the flappy legs are the most found frog as I'm bank fishing out of any frogs that I've ever found.
Well, yeah, I think usually Shields has them like a cheap buy one get one deal or something like that. So I'm not mad at Walmart for buying it and trying it, but
sure. I mean, get out there, try whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but just don't buy the stupid barn legs. Just get some Pad Crashers
or Pad Crasher Juniors.
Or the new. No, they already had those. The Poppin' version, Pad Crasher Junior.
Okay.
Chooch Modi, the Exo Stick. That is one I actually wanted to fish more, like their version of the stick bait. Yep, Biospawn. I know TJ does use a lot of the Biospawn stuff. I think I've only ever fished the plasma tail. I did catch a few on the plasma tail. Then I got some of the craws, whatever their Biospawn craw thing is called. I didn't catch anything on it that day, but let's see. Best bang for the buck besides Yum, Matthew says. Yeah, I think Big Bite Bait's got some cool stuff. The Swim On. Yep, the trailer. I like the Swim On. Let's see. Keep my stuff in baggies too. Yep, I used to keep everything in baggies. Now I just keep it in the original bag. I don't even mess with anything else.
Pull them out of the clamshells, throw those away, put them in baggies.
Yeah, it looks like quite a few people saying those zoom, like the split tail thing was kind of cool from Big Bite Baits. Okay, so let's see. Let's scroll back down.
Okay, so you probably like something like this, the Missile Bait Magic Worm, but the next one is something that looks very delicious to me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up. 13 Fishing on it with their plastics. Yeah, they make some, again, 13 Fishing makes some really neat looking stuff. Some of their plastics are really, really cool looking. Again, I've got so many plastics.
Was it the rabbit? Was it rabbit? I was using that one day
Yeah,
on
rabbit
a
something.
on a free rig, and I was catching the snot out of them.
Frank, I don't think anything new from Reaction Innovations. I haven't seen anything from them for a minute new, but I don't know. Let's see. Don't be frog snobs. I'm not a frog snob. I just hate the silly legs on frogs. Like, I cut them anyway, so I don't want to give off the frog snob mantra. But Punch, yeah, he says the Biospawn paddle tails are good. I have seen people that like to fish those, but again, I've never tried it. Okay, so I think we're caught up. Let's see. We're getting to Robo Worm now. Yes, Mantuba. Sorry, my friend. Trying to catch up on comments. Okay, so I got some of these in the order. I'm not really going to spend much time. It's an open pour. Missile baits got with Robo Worm and did some shaky heads. They look really neat. I bought a couple packs of them, so you'll see those in an unboxing soon. This one I really like too. So this is kind of like a mix between the body of like a beaver bait mixed with the big kicking of the mini D-chunk. I'm thinking like punch or just flipping. This thing looks pretty neat. I definitely want to try some of these.
Free
3.5-inch
rigging
body.
that thing.
Free rig it. It could be a jig trailer. I like the big kicky appendages is what really caught my eye. So I will definitely pick up some of those when they're available. Snag proof smash mouth popper. Hey now, he's a rock star.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, we're so freaking lame, dude. So yeah, I've actually got a couple of just old. I've got a couple of the Bobby's Perfect Frogs. I haven't caught anything on them yet. I did like the regular scum frogs. I know like scum. I don't understand that they're all under the. Why is it doing that? It's all under like the Baitworks umbrella right there. I'm not sure why they have like the snag proof and the scum like series. Kind of weird.
Don't they do the tournament also?
Those are the scum frogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, kind of cool. I don't know that I'll rush out and buy one, but I like it. You know, kind of your popping mouth frog. Looks cool. Spro. So some of these, I've got some of these smaller ones of these slim sticks. They're really, really small. And are these this like elastic material? Supreme quality Japanese soft plastic. And it's infused with that amino bite scent. So this is the thing that would kind of upset me. Like, oh, here, see, these are Duratough. Yeah, they play swap on what's Duratough and what's not. Some of the stuff is like the Elastec, some of the stuff isn't. So that kind of confused me when I bought some of those little Ned type. You all saw that unboxing a while back when I did with Spro. I thought they were all like that Duratough stuff, and then when I got looking at them, some of them are just regular plastics. So
they're
I don't think I'll be buying those. Yep, Duratough. Built Duratough. And they have an old cowboy guy that does the ads for them.
Oh, what's his name? The dude from Big Lebowski. Or not the dude, but the guy at the bar. You know,
he's the guy from Roadhouse.
Yeah. God, what's his name?
Neil or Elliot? Sam Elliott? Neil?
Sam Elliott.
This one caught my eye. Definitely want to try this. Kind of reminds me of a mix between like a Zoom Speed Craw mixed with like the Rage stuff. I dig it. I like that they do the double colors too. That's Falcon Lake Craw, right? I think that's Falcon
3.5 inch.
3.5 inch. I think it's going to be a good size for flipping and pitching. Probably be good for punching. I don't really punch much, but
no,
I like it. That's definitely one I want to try.
100%.
Let's see. What else do we have? The Yum Scottsboro tackle swim baits. I actually got some of these too a couple months back. I don't know that these are really iCast deals, but I guess so.
They're just like a basic.
I
don't want to say basic, but they're just like a swim bait, yeah.
Yes, I don't know like much of the Scottsboro tackle stuff. I was actually asking Basky on it. He's a big swim bait guy, and apparently they had some stuff before. I think they were more of like a higher priced something hand poured. I don't remember what the deal was, but these are an injection molded that they partnered up with Yum to do. So they have like umbrella rigs where you can buy the umbrella rig with these swim baits that come with it, which is kind of neat, you know, for somebody that's
tested for over a year by Bassmaster Elite Pro Jordan Christie.
Jason Christie.
Jason. I said Jordan. Sorry, I don't read so good without my glasses on.
You're thinking Jordan Lee. That's all right. Because you have the rod.
Yeah.
Z-Man goat toads. Again, these aren't super new. I know a lot of people have shown pictures of those, but I definitely want to try these on a buzz frog. I haven't been out fishing for the past few weeks, but that is one thing I want to get out. Now is perfect time to get your buzz frogs out.
I wouldn't mind throwing those like on a belly weighted EWG.
Yep, like you can do that too. Yeah, like a horny toad.
Yeah.
Or like the rage toad or whatever you throw.
Yep.
I will not be buying this 13 fishing the trout. I'm not into that stuff. I'm not even going to pretend I'm good at it, but if you're into that stuff,
yeah, $35, cool. No big deal.
$35, you know. I didn't look at these. I think I kind of stopped midway because I feel like a lot of this stuff I didn't even see. Those look pretty cool. 10,000 Fish sells whatever those little
they're
like drop shot minnows are.
Yeah.
They have like foil inside of it. So again, we're back to the foil, but those are kind of cool. I like those. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they do a lot of different kind of yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's definitely a delay. Yeah, you're delayed quite a bit.
Hi, buddy. What's going on? You're delayed.
Walmart's on to him, stealing their
oh my
Wi-Fi again. This looks kind of cool. Not one that I would go out and just buy because it looks amazing, but you know, kind of that straight fluke style, kind of neat. I don't know. Oh, hey, what were we just talking about? Shimmer Shad. I think that's what it's called. So this is the Shimmer Shad 2.0. This has the boot tail kicked up. What's the reason for this?
Yeah, what's the deal?
It's supposed to mimic a dying bait fish, I guess. Designed for finicky and pressure bass, Shimmer Shad is ideal for drop shot rigs. Oh, drop shot. Nope, move on. Nobody fishes that stupid thing. Yeah, kind of cool. I like the foil. Again, doing something a little bit different. You don't see that all the time.
Oh,
I don't get the upside down paddle tail, but what's that?
Your time to rise is coming up next here with the rod and reels.
I could talk rods and reels all day. Okay, so
I know.
Revo X. So the Revo X, I did notice there's a lot of the Abu stuff going on clearance. So they must be like relaunching all their lines.
Yep.
Yeah, the Revo X was a solid $99 reel. I liked mine a lot. I had no issues with it. One of the screws did come off on the side plate, like was coming loose. You know, there could be a million reasons for that.
I don't know if
$200.
Yeah. So they're probably putting a lot of money into that rod, is what they're saying. If your reel was $99, huh?
No, I mean, so it's $100 rod, $100 reel. I think the Veritas is a 36-ton graphite blank, which is a $100 rod. So you could technically get a little bit better rod, and then the $99 reel. But I don't know if this is only going to be a combo sell, like if they're going to do just the regular Revo X on its own. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I like the Revo X. I would give that a try. Cash, and what is this one? Oh, a BFS rod. Interesting. BFS. I think BFS is overhyped. I'm probably going to get a bunch of hate for it, but yeah, I just, man, I've tried it. I just don't get it. I would rather just throw like a little ultralight spinning rig. I don't hate fishing spinning rigs that much, but I guess if you absolutely hate it, or I could see kind of that in between, like if you want to fish some of those real small crankbaits, especially some of those balsas, they're kind of a pain in the butt. So using kind of like a more BFS-ish reel, but
for $220 though.
Yeah, dude, it's a big, like it's a big market. There's people that die by the ultra finesse stuff. It's not my deal. It's not that I don't like to fish finesse. I'd rather just pick up a super light spinning rod and go to work. But
yeah, and speaking of super light spinning rod,
Cast and Seek. I've never heard of them.
Never heard of it.
Morals. No.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, never heard of it. But I mean, just judging a book by its cover, I mean, it looks like it could be a pretty decent beginner kind of.
$59, yeah. So $60, you're 6'6", which is what you find in a lot of like the kind of the beginner. Man, I remember back in the day, it was hard to find stuff over like 6'6".
right?
which is funny.
6'8", 6'9" was like, oh my God, did you see
Yep.
this? Check this out.
So yeah, I don't know, nothing I would get too hyped up about, but if you're, a beginner getting into it, I appreciate that they make some stuff for the beginner folks. Fenwick. Now I've heard some talk on these. I had a Fenwick HMG like quite some time ago. Kind of interesting. Again, so it's got the Powerlux 200 resin, so I'm assuming it's more of like the nano resin type stuff. I don't know if this is or not, but 30-ton blank. So again, not quite what I would expect for a $170 rod. But I mean, a lot of it comes down to, so what are some of the other components? Cork, ergonomic reel seat, so it doesn't say if it's like a Fuji or anything, so I'm guessing not. Titanium guides with zirconia inserts, so they are a little bit upgraded over like your Alkanite guides. Lifetime warranty. So again, they're just under the Pure Fishing Abu, their whole thing. Looks cool.
Pure Fishing, Berkeley, the whole Berkeley coming back
Abu.
full circle. Yep. I do have to say that the hook keeper right there above the reel. I know we talked about this not too long ago on one of the lives. I can't remember who was on there, but I have a reel. It's actually, I don't know which one it is, but if you remember, I think it was the next day actually, we went out and fished, and I was like, dude, I went out and I cut that hook keeper off and I just stick it to my reel now. The one above.
I'm notorious. Yeah, I'm notorious for hooking it to the reel. So
yeah, and I mean with that specifically for me with jigging, it would just doing my jig pop, it would come back up and flip around and catch it there. So
yeah, I don't notice that as much. But like for me, the thing with these, like these small ones where you can't actually clip it under it.
Yeah.
If you just hook the jig on it and you move, like when you're walking around bank fishing, any little bend in the rod, the lure falls off.
It seems
so I really don't like that kind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
honestly, I just
real
hook
quick
it to my reel. Yeah.
Real quick before you scroll down, I'm gonna leave. Just go ahead and go to the next one here by yourself.
Okay. Good luck.
I'm kidding. Just go.
Oh, because you've already ordered like 10 of these. So Randy already got some of these on pre-order.
That's Balagna. I'm not ordering. I'm not pre-ordering a $300 straight out first run edition rod. No, come on, man.
So let's see. High carbon blanks, nanotech. So I know the nanotech resin, usually you are finding that in the higher priced rods, which is just, the gluish resin stuff that they use to keep it together. Lighter weight, small. You don't have to have as much of that like epoxy look to it.
Sure.
So molded carbon fiber handle, no slip coating, Fuji stainless. So that right there adds money, especially the phase light. Fuji's just more expensive. Also features catch smart technology that guarantees that you are always choosing the right rod for the application. I don't know what that means. But...
So that's I have to assume that's okay. So my understanding or what I can relate to, because I don't have any Googie rods like you do, Debo, but I know a lot of St. Croix will actually be labeled specifically for the type of fishing you should be doing with that rod. I assume that that's what they're trying to say there. I know my, what is it? My Bass, no, not the Bass X, the Avid X before is a crankbait. It specifically is stamped between, behind the reel and the butt of the reel right there.
Or is this the thing you were talking about where it has the tip that's a different color where it shows the action? That I think is pretty cool. If they keep that, that's one thing I like that they did with their rods. That's pretty neat.
The crazy thing is that is on their bottom, I guess, bottom run or rod like level.
Oh, really?
That's on their cheapest rods. Yeah. I don't think that they do it on
slick.
any other one.
I like that.
And so those rods actually come with a measurer or a tape measurer, kind of generic 12, 18 inches, whatever it might be on there.
So what I'm talking about is like, let me show you here.
Oh, Jesus.
So if you have a rod and you're talking about the power versus the action, so the power is how much power it takes to put a flex in it. The action is where the actual rod bends. So if you're looking at a rod like this and you can see where, you can see where it kind of bends and stops there. If they color this part a different color, let's say to here, you know, it's a fast action. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know, maybe other companies do that, but that's kind of neat.
It's definitely a nice little value add. Again, just like putting your weight or your diving depth on a crankbait or something like that. It shouldn't be a whole lot extra to do that little bit, you know?
So yeah, it's cool. I like that it's all black and white. I don't like the crazy colors, so I like that they just kept it black and white simple. Let's see. Halo HFX. I don't have any of the HFX rods. So this is just another add to the line of the, looks like spinning.
A 7.6 medium heavy spinning, huh?
Yeah, it's for your bigger stuff, huh?
That's kind of a beastie rod, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if smaller Texas rigs or bigger shaky heads and stuff, especially that long for getting long casts. But Mustads, this is kind of interesting. I think I saw this on was it the Tackle Warehouse, where they do like the YouTube unboxing, or like what's new at Tackle Warehouse, I guess they call it. I think I saw these on there. I didn't know Mustad. I think this is their first dive into it.
$350, eh?
$350. But I thought that was kind of cool that they're making rods now. Kind of interesting. I don't know.
So
I'm not going to go out and buy one for
$350
right away. Well, okay, so they're talking about they worked with Brandon Lester. So he's made what, 3? Did he have 3 wins this year? He had like 2 in a row, didn't he? I don't follow all that stuff.
Sure, but that shouldn't add a whole lot of money to the
No, they would have been doing this stuff before then. But so it says features a unique IST 1.1K blank. No clue what that means. Again, this is the tough part. There's no industry standards. You can say,
out of all people, know what that means.
I've never seen this designation. So you've got like the HM series, like an HM8 high modulus, IM8 intermediate modulus. You've got, they'll talk about different. Anyway, I've never seen this. So
Debo, you're not sharing. Sorry.
Oh crap!
I don't know how long that's been. I've been looking at my computer too. Not that long.
Share fish in the southeast. Someone call him. Not sharing. Oh my god. Hey, goofball, share. James says. Sorry, I'm sorry. Was I not sharing during the Googie one either?
No, I think you were. I think you were. Let's just move on.
Okay, so anyway, a bunch of cool stuff. So titanium frames. Obviously those are going to cost more.
The Alps MVT micro vibration transmission, real seating or real seats.
Again, I don't if you like finger your line, you don't need to worry about that. But
let's just go on to this Mustad. This next 2-piece. Right. Oh, it's a double 2-piece.
Oh dang! The old double barrel. the
double. Is this a quad barrel?
Oh, this is kind of cool. So this would be like for somebody just getting into it with their kids. It's got, so the Legacy combo for senior anglers is based around a 7-foot medium light, while the junior, so this is like for you and your grandpa going out.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Or you and your kid.
Or you and your kid, or they said, well, the only reason I said that is because they called it the senior anglers. But anyway, that's pretty cool.
Class range. Huh?
I am. Yeah, one of these days I will be.
Eesh.
Let's see. X Prides. I wouldn't mind trying one. I've got an X Pride. I got to get it for a good discount. I didn't pay $400 for mine though.
You're not paying $420 for it?
I'm not going to pay that for one. No, but I know Punch. I'm sure Punch probably has one. See, this is why I like to talk to people like that, because I don't think you can scoff at people like, oh, this is really high priced. If you fish anything high priced, you're stupid, or it's not worth the money. If you spend anything on that, like, you're doing it wrong. If you've never used the stuff, I have a hard time saying you can't just say it's dumb. You can't try it. So getting my hands on like a used one, or talking to somebody like Punch, where you can, kind of talk and compare, what do you feel that's different about it? That kind of stuff. It's cool. This is one of the best rods, that people talk about as far as like a do-it-all.
Can we just skip the next? Just go. Keep going.
I don't want.
No, I don't. What is that?
It's a St.
What is
Croix
that?
tournament bass.
It's got
this?
It's
Oh my gosh. Is that a pistol
what
grip?
are they?
It's got a pistol grip
It's
on
got a
it? What
pistol
in the
grip on it.
world?
What is this? It's the
Grass reel seat. Well, actually, I think some of the musky rods have like a little thing here, but I've
no.
never seen one like that. Matthew,
What
is
are they?
Matthew still in here? Matthew's our big swim bait guy. Matthew, are you still in here? Have you seen any swim bait rods like that? That's crazy.
And it's got spinning models also, it says. What are you doing?
That's
Anybody want to buy some St. Croix rods? I think
yeah, I don't know.
golly.
Interesting.
That looks Gumby. I don't know what they're doing there.
X-Trek combo. Okay, another combo. That doesn't excite me a ton.
Okay, I mean that's just like a
13
good looking
fishing.
combo.
Yeah, yep, doesn't excite me a ton, but yeah, decent looking combo.
Yeah. Oh,
not mad at it. Black and red. Okay, interesting here. 13 fishing meta series. Oh, these are the G-Man's rods. See anything made with premium materials only. Only G-Man would approve of these premium materials. So you know they're good. Built on the next generation of Japanese. See, here we go. PVG. Okay, so it's a 36 ton, which is pretty good for $150.
Okay, don't know what that means, but sure.
So you've got like 24 ton, which is like what a lot of your 100-ish, sub 100-ish dollars are like a 24
I can say
ton
numbers
blank.
too. 78, 70.
Shut up, Randy.
92, 40.
Shut up, Randy. I need our shut up, Randy sticker here. Yeah, I mean, I'd give one a try. I don't know that I'm going to run out and buy one right away, but I've liked the 13 stuff.
I like G-Man. He's funny.
Yeah, I like G-Man. Abu, I've noticed, and a lot of their stuff that they're redoing, those new reels, the new bait casters, I forget what all the designations are. The rocket, I noticed they've gone like brighter and like the more bold, larger letters.
Yeah,
so this is their Revo rocket.
What's the one?
7.6 to 1. That's blazing fast for a spinning reel. Blazing fast.
It's Abu that has the Xeon, the Xenos, the Zabadoo.
Oh, the Xenon. Yep.
Xenon.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'm not gonna run out and buy one. I don't need a spinning reel that fast, but it looks cool. I like the black and red.
Oh my god! Wait, go back up to that. The second sentence. Start reading that.
Usual to find in
today's
spinning. It features an asymmetrical X-Craftic alloy body design that gives anglers a more compact, lightweight body spinning reel.
Yes. I mean,
that's just their marketing verbiage for an alloy frame.
Right.
Hey, you gotta get that. Yeah, you gotta get the marketing lingo in. I've never used one, but I don't know that I'd need a spinning reel that fast. Looks cool though. Lou's really disappointed me with. I got the $130 spinning reel was. Man, I didn't like it at all.
That looks like a big. Okay, so one thing I just want to point out real quick: if you look at this spool on this reel, on the Lou's reel, how deep that spool is, and if you go back up to the Abu above, that Abu looks like a super shallow, like kind of weird looking bass spool fishing, too.
I'm not mad at it. I wish more bass fishing reels were like that, because it's not like you're going to catch a bass and be playing it for 35 minutes where you need to take
letting it run hundreds of yards or whatever.
Yeah, right. So I honestly don't mind kind of a skinnier, shallower spool. What's it say? 8 pound, 100 and what's that say? 120 yards. 8 pound, 120 yards.
And the
that's mono braid. I don't know that it said where I could read it.
It doesn't say 8 pounds.
8 pound.
60?
160 yards.
Oh, 160 yards, yeah.
I don't know what that is, so. If that's mono, if that's 8 pound, 160 yards mono, this holds 40 yards less, the Revo. Interesting. I don't know. I would try it. I'm definitely not going to go out and buy one. I would take a $50 Daiwa reel, spinning reel.
I wouldn't. I would throw that in the weeds.
Why do you hate Daiwa spinning reels?
It's a long story. Let's move on.
Dude, you had that thing was older than the hills, and you'd never cleaned it. You can't blame the reel.
It wasn't even okay, because I hadn't cleaned it because it
Oh!
had disappointed me that long.
This looks like a cool reel. I have not seen
It
this at
does.
all. This is the first time I've seen this. Holy crap.
Don't know about those grips though.
I kind of like those grips.
I would have to feel them, because
Yeah,
I
I'd
feel
have to
like,
feel 'em.
do you think
Damn,
they're
that
like
thing looks
super
pretty sick.
squishy, or it
Well,
looks
let's
like
see.
a
What's it
reel
say?
that
Are
I
they
used
like
to have?
it looks like a Win. So, blah, blah, blah. So this is the new TI. So the old TI was that black and purple one. I never used that one. I never bought one.
Mhm.
This is the new TI, the perfect harmony
Holy
between
stuff.
breathtaking innovation,
$500.
heartfelt fishing legacy, Lose Pro Mag. Okay, so it's the Pro Mag brakes. Oh, this is Paramag. I was gonna say this is I was thinking the 8, what is it, ACS brakes or whatever on the other. Eliminates typical magnetic interference. Interesting. Creating longer casts with complete spool control. The angler's full control of the cast in all wind conditions. Interesting. I'd like to try it. I'm not going to buy one, but Luz, if you're listening, you want to send me one, which I know they're not, and they don't care about what I say, but
Luz,
that's
if you're
cool.
also listening, I am a left-handed retrieve. Just saying.
I'd give it a go. It looks cool. I like the looks of it a lot.
I would try right-hand retrieve also. Doesn't matter. $500. Jeez,
I will
that's
not go buy one though.
$500.
Oh, this is way out of my wheelhouse. Punch can help us on this one. It's only a $800, $900 reel. Punch, do you have one? I don't know if he's probably not even in here anymore, but that is way out of my league.
Reel, huh? 3,000,
this is one
4,000,
that,
and 5,000 sizes
oh
for
yeah, so it's more of a,
$1,000.
for the price of a car, you can get this reel.
Yeah.
So Randy
Oh my
also
God.
has a couple of these on order, which I
Debo
can't wait
has
to
ordered
test.
6 of these. What's with
$190. Let's see. Okay, hold on though. I am going to give them props. You can hate on the Googans, but now I think this stems back to, I'm going to come back. We're going to check
Let's do it. Go
comments and stuff here. Whoops.
Check
One thing,
2.
Randy did share a Googan video. It was John B and Lake Fork guy talking about reels, sitting in their boat just talking about reels. And I actually really liked that video. It was really cool listening to like talk about the old Shimano reels and reels that they used to use. If they did that kind of stuff all the time, I could definitely get down. But
the Japanese stuff, the whole 9,
yeah. John B was talking about like when he went to Japan and was looking at reels and stuff. But anyway, so this one I am going to give them props here, because even the Luz reels, the Pro TI was one of the only low profile. Actually, I think was the only low profile bait caster that Luz had that had an aluminum frame and aluminum handle side plate. Now I think some of the bigger like the Super Duty, I think it has an aluminum side plate too, but for $189 they did at least give you an aluminum frame and handle side plate. Why don't more companies do that? I am going to tip my hat to them on that. Good job. So aluminum frame, aluminum handle side plate, carbon infused palm side plate, so a carbon graphite removable plate here, brass gears, dual magnetic and centrifugal brakes, carbon drag. So I mean, on paper it doesn't look bad, but I won't be rushing out to buy one.
Yeah, no, me neither.
What is this? The Bantam.
Share.
I got one of these.
Share.
Well, I wasn't sharing the Googan reel either.
No,
crap.
you were sharing the Googan reel, and then you went to
So
full size to get my reaction. Nerd.
So when I was just talking, sorry, I will say, so it's $190 reel. At least they did do it right and do an aluminum frame and handle side plate. So that's what I was tipping my hat to him for. Now the Bantam. So this is actually, Dad was testing this reel the other day, and he said this, I think, is the nicest reel I've ever used. So this, I wanted to play in some of the higher price stuff. This is one I did splurge on to try. I took it off. We were out casting, messing with it, and I took the line off. It was just some cheap mono, but there it is.
Oh God,
it is a slick reel.
Mono, was it? That garbage stuff that you had? Oh, no. What is that? Bantam?
This is the Bantam. Yeah, the Shimano Bantam.
The handles on the right
reel.
side.
small. The thing I like is the lip here. So you all know I'm a line finger. I hold my line like this. I like that the lip comes up a little higher, so your finger can actually sit down under it. In hand, it is crazy comfortable. And so I've got a Metanium, and I didn't notice this on it, but they were talking about how the Bantam is good for flipping, pitching because of how sturdy it is. And I got to looking at it, and the cool thing about the Bantam is this whole piece here, minus this. So this, your handle side plate comes off. Like, obviously you take it apart with screws and stuff, but I'm saying this comes off. This whole piece, your whole frame going all the way down into your side plate, all this is all one piece. This is the only thing that comes out. So, instead of doing like, go ahead.
Is it like, I guess, tall? I guess is the thing I'm kind of going or.
Dude, it's not. It's a really weird.
Do you have
feel.
like a Corrado or something to put it up next to? Just because I know what a Corrado feels like.
Or like any other. Grab them. This is what I mean. So this piece comes out. That's all aluminum frame.
Wait, hold on.
This is all aluminum over here. All this is all aluminum. This is all aluminum, and that's the only little piece that comes out. How did that just
happen right there?
That's pretty cool. I've never used one. I've never used any of the old Bantams. I dig it though. Yeah, and like Dad said, it's a smooth operator. It's a nice reel. Pricey. I think this one runs what, 300 and something bucks.
78, $9
yeah,
billion.
$350. But my JDM dealer hooked me up, and I got it for way less than that. Now, actually, if you look at JDM stuff now, $350. JDM stuff now, you can find a lot of the JDM stuff. Overnight parts straight from Japan. Yeah, you can get a lot of the JDM stuff actually cheaper than like the Zillion. I think you can get the Zillion, the Daiwa Zillion, probably my favorite reel on the market right now. Like $350 for us here. I think overseas you can get it for like $250. I want to say $230, something like that. Like quite a bit cheaper. So. All right, let's look at what do we have for comments and such. I'm way behind on that. I've been yapping.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of DEBO'S sucks. He's a loser. He's got too much reels and runs.
I appreciate that. Thanks for the support, friends.
Fishing the Southeast says, "Hey, Dizzle, has DEBO returned that reel yet?" No, he hasn't.
I'm keeping it. Dizzle hasn't fished with me for what, like 4 weeks now. Here's Dizzle's reel. I'm keeping it hostage until Dizzle fishes with me.
What's going on here?
Let's see. Yes, it was the Michael Bradley. You got it. The Bantam on the Dobbins Ecstasy. Let's see. Good looking reel. Good combo. Yeah, the Bantam, man. It's a killer reel.
I think something happened. Somebody's calling. Someone's calling DEBO a rod snob, a real snob.
Not at all, dude. I am not at all. That's the. If it wasn't for one of my JDM dealers, one of my buddies, I would not have stuff like this. So,
Creek and Trail at 912, just threw out there or eat me frog.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said before that, but he said, or eat me on the frog. What did he say before that?
Oh, that's the Googan frog? You love that frog.
Yeah. Hunt me.
Do a giveaway of Dizzle's reel. Yeah, guys. So it's pretty cool. I was looking through my gear. I'm actually going to be giving away this reel.
Awesome. I mean, it's.
There's Greg in the house. Greg, how are you?
Neither here nor there anymore, I guess. I mean, I haven't had it for what, almost going on 2 years now.
Excellence? No, it's an ecstasy, right? Yeah, it's the ecstasy. Ethanol, hit the button. Bantam or Zillion? Oh, dude. So I actually haven't got to catch any fish on the Bantam yet. Dad and I just went out and was messing around casting it. So far the Zillion's my favorite reel that I've got in my arsenal. If I only had to pick one reel, it'd be the Zillion. If we're not talking price, but
I was casting yours for a little bit there one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's super smooth. I like it. I mean, I'm not at that level, so I mean, I'd probably go with a Shimano, Corrado or something like that, just because
Shimano.
I found a new love.
Dude, that Corrado MGL, the little 150 Corrado, I fished that for pretty much an entire day, like 7 hours, 6 hours, and I kind of fell in love with it. Dude, I just checked time. I can't believe we're at 1:45. Holy crap. We'll try to muscle through some more of these.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at that.
I didn't realize we were going that long.
Where are we at even? We're still on reels?
I don't know. We'll go back here. I'm going to answer this one. Cross eyes or elite chatterbait? So for me, cross eyes all day long. The weedless ability of it. I like the elites, but if I'm going to go with the cross eyes, I'm using it so I can fish around wood and stuff. So yes, the Zillion is the Daiwa baitcaster with the clicking drag. Yep. All right, let's go back over, see what else we have for products. We're going to go for maybe another 15, 20 minutes and then get out of here. I will share. So the Bantam, highly recommend if you have the cash, man. It is a smooth, really, really comfortable reel, but need to get out and actually catch some fish on it, dang it. Stella, way out of my price range. $700, $800-ish reel.
Eesh.
13. Okay, so 13 fishing. They've actually got a couple new reels coming out. I don't know if they're all going to be in here. Does it show all of them? No, but I was on. Go check out 13
G2?
Fishing. Yeah. So go check out the 13 Fishing Instagram page. So this is the new version of the Inception, which used to be $120 reel. I noticed they bumped it up a little bit, $150. But the Inception was a favorite among a lot of people I know, kind of at that price point. So I would definitely like to try this one, see if I can get my hands on some. But again, this is a G-Man inspired G2 Inception. I think this again was the aluminum frame, if I remember reading. Gear handle, gear ratio, standout features the beetle wing side plate, which I like. Now, to me, the beetle wing side plate only makes sense if you have to actually get in the reel to change the brakes. And on the 13, it is. They have the brakes on the side. Actually, I've got what I mean is, I've got the old Concept Z here. And what I mean is, if it's a reel like this where you actually have to get inside of it to mess with the brakes, like this one, the beetle wing side plate means it stays on there. Put the spool back in.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. Why doesn't everybody do that?
To me, it's almost like you gotta. Like I wish more companies did that. If you got to get inside of it, like my SLX, I've dropped my SLX in the water, the side plate. Now, it's not like you always have to do it. Is it that big of a deal? I guess for some people, no, but it is nice if you have to get into it. But a lot of people just say, get a bait caster where you don't have to open it to get inside of it. Yeah, I get you there. I feel you.
Hey, don't forget to keep sharing.
Yep.
Sharing is caring. Not that you're there yet, but it does jump into line here real quick. But the Axum, the Fishing 13 Axum, that looks like a pretty slick reel.
I haven't looked at this at all. This is the first time I've seen this one. So what's it say? Hyper brass. So it's got a pinion. Brass pinion doesn't say. So ideal for quality yet ideal for finesse application. Sealed rotor, which doesn't make a huge deal for me, but ceramic line roller with 100% corrosion proof CZB bearing. Oh, interesting. Okay.
$135.
$135. Yeah, I'd give it a try. I don't know that I'm going to run out and buy one right away, but I do like their cork handles or that corkish material, whatever. I do like those.
And then we jump into line here. Spider wire I've never really ever used.
Mine's been half and half. There was some spider wire I had that was good. Then the spider wire stealth, I had breaking issues. So I don't know that I'll run out and buy this.
The Seaguar Smackdown braid.
So Smackdown's already been around. I don't know what's new about this. Oh, 300 yard spools is why. So they made 300.
Can we just go to this next? Go to the next one and just take a look at it.
So that's gold label. So that's leader. So this is a 50-yard leader line. So it's supposed to be their best, like thinnest, 100% fluorocarbon. I know it's more expensive, but it's only supposed to be used like for a leader.
For $107.99.
Well, that's probably like 1,000.
Which I assume has to be your 80-pound test.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it.
No.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
These are
50
all
yard
50
spools,
yard spools.
80-pound test.
Or wait,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. So yeah, it
that's a
must be
lot of
80
money.
pound. Woo. Yeah, I don't even use that
That's
stuff. I just use
insane.
regular fluorocarbon.
Like
What is this?
I
Sunlight
couldn't
America
go past that.
Tornado.
It's
Sunlight
another
America
fluoro.
V hard leader. Plasmarized technology. In this case, plasma is used to create a hard glass-like polymer layer on the surface of the line. This treatment creates the ultimate abrasion resistance. That's a lot of big words. I don't know if it's true, but that's a lot of big
Yes.
words talking about how abrasion resistant. Okay.
Ultimate
I probably won't
abrasion
use it
resistance.
or buy it, but if they sent me some, I'd try it. But yeah, I'm not going to run out and buy any.
4 to
Super braid
16
in
pound
white.
tests.
What's the deal with
Is it
white
really
braid?
white?
Okay, who do we have in? Do we still have how many people? 260 people. Let me know. Does anybody use white braid?
What's the deal with
Made in
your
Japan
yellow
under
braid that
strict
you
quality
break off and then
standards.
I catch?
Yeah, but white braid's just going to get like dirty. And what's the deal with white braid?
It's kind of like that Abu rod I use, where the grips are all nasty and gross now
I
because
don't
they're
know.
white.
Do we have anybody say anything? Frog fur.
No,
Oh, for
wait.
saltwater? Oh, okay. People may be saying for saltwater stuff. High vis for
Ooh,
crappie fishers.
fishing in
Oh,
the
okay.
southeast says the fishing in the
So
southeast
just
says
another
he's got
high vis thing.
160-pound mono for sharks. Why? First of all, leave sharks alone. There's no need to go out and go after sharks. You're just gonna get your hand bitten off. Don't do it. Good
Yeah, I agree
Lord.
with Nick. I don't think white braid's going to stay white very long at all, but okay. Okay, tackle storage. What do we got?
Oh,
Okay, so
hey,
another
there
Swimbaits
is
head.
one here that I wanted to talk to you about that I thought that you'd be pretty damn interested in, but it's down the list quite a ways.
Okay, we're
So,
getting there. What do we have for time? 150. Okay, we still have 250
yep.
people. I just want to stop and say, like, truly, the lives. I never dread a live because we're literally just sitting here talking about stuff. The fact
Oh,
that we've got
hey.
252 people watching, sitting here with us, hanging out, that's as cool
Mm-hmm.
as hell. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Anyway, just want to say
Yep.
thanks.
Cool.
Okay, Freedom Tackle, Magnum
Looking
Shaky
on
Head. I'm not a Magnum Shaky Head guy. Stubby's up
Nope.
there playing with toys. Sorry if you can hear him.
He's going ham.
He's got the zoomies.
I did
I can hear
like
Michelle, my wife, up there saying, "Stop, Stubby, stop."
you're not
Stubby
sharing.
dog. Oh, whoops. Damn it.
So
Thank you for keeping me honest here.
right after the was it the Tokyo, I think it's a Tokyo rib, the Gamakatsu power drop with Superline one more down, I think. Keep going. That's one. So after
Oh, so this is a
that,
super line. So this is a
yeah,
really thick Gamakatsu. So for like your heavy punching stuff with a Tokyo rig.
that's like the same kind of Tokyo rig though, right?
Yeah, VMC is the Tokyo rig. I don't know how that works if other people can technically call it Tokyo rig. I
Oh
guess not
yeah,
because
so
they call it the
bladed
power
jig
drop.
type of, sure.
Yeah. So
So
this
then
is a heavy hook. It's a Tokyo
and
rig.
then
I mean,
the next is, I assume, paired up with it, the tungsten hybrid swivel head, or no?
no. So these are like you put your own EWG hook on here, and this is like a wobble head. So it like moves
Oh,
through the grass and stuff or
hmm
rock and stuff. So you cast it out. This is something I haven't got on, but like the Biffle Bugs. So like I think they call it the hard head, the Jean LaRue hard head. You fish one of those with like a Biffle style bug or something like that, and
hmm
you cast it out in the rocks and you just reel it slow. It's like another search bait. It's honestly something I've never really got on a huge bite with it, but I know it catches fish. I know a lot of guys that swear by it. It's just not something that I do. It looks really cool underwater though. If you go check out like the Jean LaRue page and look at some of those old posts where it's moving through the water, because it's not connected. So if you think like a jig, moving a jig through the water, it's all static, right? So as you're bouncing
right.
over rocks, the whole thing moves. But with like a wobble head or a swing head, the head is moving around all the rocks and the bait's kind of following after it. So it gives it that more lifelike hunting. Like it really does look like it's crawling through stuff. So that's kind of cool. You can add, so I guess the benefit to this is a lot of those wobble heads or swing heads already come with the hook and head connected. With this, you could put
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
hook, anything you wanted on the back of it. So, And I know they're not the
Sure.
first to do this. There's other ones that have these out, but kind of cool.
Oh, and then yeah, so the next, I don't quite understand if this is just a like how a punching or flipping weight would look, but it's got a weird kind of shape to it. The Gamakatsu G Shield.
So okay, so the thing with tungsten, you have to there's a certain process they have to do with tungsten worm weights or punch weights in general. You have to do a super like high polish inside. So like back when you
Okay.
used to first get, or I guess when I first started getting tungsten, they came
It
with
would
inserts.
like a
You ever
glass
saw it?
or like a hard plastic insert.
Plastic. Yep. So it would be
Okay.
like a
Yep.
plastic insert, like a little tube, looks like a little straw in there. You'd put your line through that, and that's because the abrasion of the tungsten would slice your line. So, like
Hmm.
a lot of the companies now, you'll see it'll be like high polished or super slick tungsten, no insert is how they'll market it, right? So this is kind of interesting. They've got a shield inside of it, I guess, to protect against that. A
Is that what that
specifically
is?
designed composite insert, yeah, that says not only protects the angler's line, but provides 360-degree protection for the knot. The insert, so if you can imagine your knot's tied here, your knot's going to fit up inside the weight.
Sure.
So it's protected up in there. It's wider at the base than it is the insert hole, which makes sense. A lifelike, snag-resistant offering, the flipping weight's slightly wider and excels when flipped or pitched into heavy cover and features a stealthy smoke-colored finish. And it's stamped on the
Hey,
outside, which everybody should do that. I like that.
come on now.
Um,
Everybody do that. Everybody, all these big lure manufacturers that are obviously watching us right now, incognito, get your act
yeah,
together and
on
stamp
your
your
burner
stuff.
accounts. Yeah, come
Come on
on.
now.
I just checked
Come on
my
now.
my IP addresses. I see that Luz, Abu, Shimano, they're all watching us incognito right now. Stubby's still going crazy up there. He is amped up.
Uh,
I can hear him
he's
growling and barking, trying to
full,
get mom to play. Michelle's going, shh,
full on X
stop it,
Games
Stubby,
mode.
shh, stop it.
That's awesome.
Gamakatsu double down spring lock. Okay, so your screw lock insert.
It looks
Oh, hey, not
okay-ish. I'd
one,
want to
but two
ooh,
retaining wires wound
double
in
screw it.
parallel. Oh, the old double screw here. I still like the owner centering pin the most out of any of these.
Yes,
The centering pin, you just
100%.
stick it in the middle, and so I don't know that I'll buy those. I've got a bunch of the centering pins.
Yep.
Must add jaw lock. The first and only
I'm
treble
sorry,
hook
the what?
manufactured by the jaw lock.
The jaw lock. I guess that's one word.
Manufactured by completely automated process. Well, how did they do it before? Did I read that right? Will be the first and only treble hook manufactured by a completely automated process, eliminating
Oh,
the hook
so
to hook.
eliminating
I figured that's how it was
people
done.
doing the hooks.
I
Let's move
guess.
on. Spro tungsten
Okay.
weights, huh?
Spro tungsten free weights. Hey, this is right up your alley, Randall.
Yeah. These look like they look nice. I'd like to actually see them in comparison, but yeah, these look
The P
like perfectly good
sinker.
weights.
The P sinker is for the Japanese modified version of the Texas rig, allowing soft plastics to be fished in and around heavy cover, causing the lure to fall more vertically. So the free rig. Okay.
I don't like the term P
Um,
sinker. Let's move on. The
tungsten putty. I actually tried to
TSS.
get some of this and I couldn't find
Have
any, but
Have you ever used tungsten putty at all?
I've never used it. No.
I have
Have
back in
you?
the day with like jerk baits and stuff like that, trying to get them to set a little bit more even,
More
and it was
evener?
just a honestly it was a huge mess, both literally and figuratively.
So Eric, have to call out. Eric, I think, is the first and only donation of the night. Now that doesn't make anybody, don't feel bad. Nobody needs to throw money, but special shout out to Eric for the $10 bomb. First donation of the night. My friend, I appreciate a ton. He said $10 for the Mr. Stubby Toy Fund. Dude, he's got so many toys. My girls, like, I think they have more fun shopping for him than themselves. They go to
um,
Target with mom and they come back with a new stubby toy. He loves it.
there's
But
there.
10
I mean,
horse
you
is 10
got it.
horse in here? There's
I
Gabe.
saw him earlier.
Hey, Gabe. 30-pound turtle on 12-pound test, my new light line PB. Dude, speaking of Tokyo rigs, I've fished them only a few times. The only two things I've caught on them both times, snapping turtles on my Tokyo
That
rig.
one was a tank. That one that I was
The
there
one
for
was a
tank.
very large snapping turtle.
You full on Steve Irwin, R.I.P. You Steve Irwin the hell out of him.
I figured one of two things was going to happen. So what Randy's saying is I had a snapping turtle eat my Tokyo rig hooked in the mouth. And I'm like, okay, so I've got my long needle nose pliers. I'm either going to get this out and
No,
look like
you
a
had your
hero.
short needle nose pliers.
I'm either going to get it out and I'm going to look like a hero, or it's going to bite a finger off. Either one is going to make for good video content.
Tons of views.
Finger lost, cops called, ambulance almost crashed.
PB, safe found.
Was G-Fan in here? G-Fan's in here. I use high-vis braid colors, but always bring a Sharpie to color the end. Oh, yeah, that's a KVD trick I heard some time ago. Yep. So when it starts to fade and get kind of that whitish light green.
I had a GFAM this or that highlighted, but I lost it somewhere along the lines. I'm going to try to find it.
I'm kind of skipping around. Jonathan Thompson said, love the lives, got promoted in the Army today. So great way to finish the day. Well, congratulations, dude.
Congrats and thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Tip the hat. Works well in grass, soft braids, freedom. Can someone explain? Okay, no. Oh, okay, Matt F. I'm sorry. I thought he said he was 5. I'm like, I'm not even going to this. So he said, can somebody explain, like I am 5, what a shaky head is? Isn't it just a jig head that you put a worm on? Seems kind of like a Ned head. Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of talk between that. There's like, you can talk about a Ned worm. You can talk, or not a Ned worm, jig worm is like what guys up north call it. Ned head, shaky head. It's really just any sort of hook you're running a plastic on. Like there's different shapes and there's not a ton of difference between the two, Matt. I know some people will kind of die on that hill that there's a huge difference, but different head shape, kind of a little bit different. To me, a Ned rig and a Ned head is like a more finesse version of a shaky head most of the time for me.
Dang it. I cannot find this or that from GFan.
This should help.
Oh, wait, I got it. 9:32 p.m. Where are you at?
Hold on. I'm going to give Matthew had a good point here. He said that should help with grass or grime a good amount from getting on the knot, which I'm interested in because we have a lot of mossy stuff. Yeah, if you're dragging Texas rigs through that kind of snotty, slimy moss stuff, what he's saying is this weight, wherever we were at. Yeah, this weight would be good for that to help keep your knot up in there.
Would you pin something like that? You would probably pin.
I would think so. Yeah. Otherwise, you'd defeat the purpose of.
Sure.
You know, if you're in the real thick stuff, I would think you'd peg it and have your knot up in there. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so we were on the putty. Let's get into some of these locks. Oh, what were you saying? The 932?
GFan 932. This or that.
35, 34, 32. This or that. Ned rig, Ned Stark, or Ned Flanders.
That's
well played, man. I gotta go Ned Stark.
Where are you going?
Ned Stark was my favorite until he lost his head. So spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't seen it yet, but
I'm going Ned Flanders.
Really? Old school Ned Flanders?
I'm going Ned Flanders. You know, he's
Game of Thrones has probably been my favorite series I've ever watched. So
ripped like Jesus, Ned Flanders was.
I don't watch a ton of TV, but I did like Game of Thrones. Lure lock with a light in it to charge your lures. Actually, Randy bought me one of these for ice fishing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's down here. I think it's in my box, but
the only thing I wasn't crazy about, and this is probably their whole scheme, is like the bottom of the box has that stuff in it. You know, I would like to almost choose where
without
I put
the sticky
it
crap in it.
Well, I like the idea of the sticky crap in there, but I kind of want to choose which compartment or where at in that compartment I want to put it. You know what I mean?
So instead of having the whole thing, like you could do a half and half sticky and half knot or something.
Yeah. But the next one is the thing that I instantly thought of DeBow about.
So I saw this and I feel like it's a big waste of space. Like a lot of these, like
Really?
I don't really like unitaskers. There is nothing wrong with weighing my frogs in a box. I don't need my frogs to pull out on a thing like this. Same thing for
But I
like
guess
spinner baits. It's just
it's only a
that's a lot of
unitasker if you
space.
only use it for frogs.
Yeah, but I'm saying like look at all the dead space in there. Like you could, it's
They're
not efficient.
true.
I don't know.
I like
I
that.
definitely will not
I
buy one.
100% agree because I don't like the unitasker whatsoever. 100% hate it. The idea of just this thing is only good for this one aspect. But I
Yeah.
like the idea of what this box is, or the concept of like a kind of flip out type of
Yeah, I
thing. I would
suppose if you
never
have a
have.
boat, yeah, I
Sure.
suppose if you have a boat and you have room for this, but like I don't see the need to have like 75 frogs at the ready like this where I can quick swap out. Like I'm
Right.
not gonna be doing that with a frog. So
And you're
yeah, I
like
feel
sets of three of poppin' frogs. I mean, come on, who's using that many poppin' frogs?
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's not one I'll buy. Kind of cool
I
looking,
did
but no.
I did think of you when I saw that though, so at least I'm thinking of you. Hmm?
Bubble blades are expensive as hell.
They are.
$124.
That's not
Yeah, I'm
even the
not gonna buy
electric one,
that.
is it?
No, but what I was gonna say was Bass Pro had a sale. I bought a new sleeping bag because I had like one of the old canvas
Sleeping
ones.
bag.
Yeah, mine was all tore to hell. So we're gonna be camping with my down at my grandpa's farm here, helping him with some stuff. And my parents have a camper down there, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just bring the tent. I'll come down and help, and I'll just camp out. But I need a new sleeping bag. But while I was doing that, they had the electric lithium ion battery Bass Pro fish cleaning set. So I
Sheesh.
was thinking I need to go out and get some crappie or some bluegill and try out my new knife. But I think it
I
was on
I
sale for $50.
I have seen the Bubba Blade comes in a plug-in and then a rechargeable battery also, but both of them come with like four blades or something like that. And I'd
Yeah,
hate
this
to
comes
even
with
like
two, it looks like 7
it's
inch and then
it
the 8 Ultra Flex.
that is ridiculous for
That's
130 or
crazy.
125
I'm sure
bucks.
they're nice, but yeah, I just don't use a fillet knife
Sure.
that much to spend 100
Oh,
and oh,
where's the
the bait
where's
fuel.
the
Is it frog fur? Does it actually work or is it frog fur? I've heard lots and lots and lots of chatter on it, but I don't know. I got
is there
some. I
cox
did pick
juice in
up
here?
some Cox juice. We need BaskyCon. He'd be
Oh,
thrilled.
oh, the low
Trolling motor.
rants.
I have one trolling motor with one battery in my spare, so I actually want to get lithium batteries. I wish they weren't so expensive. I would like to
$70
get some for my John
billion
boat.
a piece.
Yeah. Lowrance,
Um,
my John
oh,
boat doesn't
Annette,
need a dual mount.
she's got
Annette,
strong
she's got
hands.
strong hands. Is there anything else worth looking at? Oh my gosh, look at
Um,
these.
I do like
Sims
those
guide
Sims
pliers.
pliers though.
Those look nice, don't they? Yeah, they
They
got the
do.
cutter. Oh, how about this?
How, oh,
$200 for them? Yeah, dude, $200. Who's paying $200 for freaking yeah, no Sims.
if you're gonna spew into this, says Sims, I guess. And then this, what
G-Force.
is this? Oh,
This
you
is a
went already
real
past
kit.
that. You skipped the Smith's
G-Force real kit.
insulated 36-inch bait and fish
Yeah,
bag.
I don't
Yeah,
need a bait and fish
yeah. Keep
bag,
on going.
so G-Force
Oh,
Real
this
Care Kit.
next one.
I do like
Yeah.
Real Care kits. I think that's
Yep.
nice to have everything all in one for people. I've
It
never
is.
used any of their oil or grease, so
I
I
like
couldn't tell you if
the
it's good or not.
applicator
But
for the real oil also, where it's got
those
the
are nice.
little
Yeah,
needle
little
point kind of
micro.
thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuel stabilizer. I don't need any of that. Oh, this. So this is the big talking point of all the guys that love electronics. This is pretty cool. If I had a bass boat, man, I'd freaking buy electronics if I had the money. I don't got the money for it. But so one of the things with like the 360, and I don't know much on it. Like I'm not the expert, but with the 360, most of the time the transducer like connects to your trolling motor. So as you move your trolling motor, that's moving what you
Kind of
can see,
points the
right?
direction. Yep.
Yeah, so this is like the target lock deal. So you can put your like trolling motor on spot lock or whatever, and you can actually lock onto the target like with this deal. And let's see how it
They're independent of
Hummingbird
each other.
Mega Live independently. Yep. So that's pretty crazy. It's only $1,500 if you want to get that.
Yeah, that's it. So we're really
dual
quick
graph
into
thing.
jumping. We're really quick into jumping into clothing. And I do just want to say it seriously bums me out. The very last item is something that I've wanted for a really long time, and I'm just
Is
kind
this
of
Buff
dumb
Bagwell?
like this, I
Did
guess.
Buff Bagwell come out with his own clothing line?
One of the Steiner brothers?
He did run with the Steiner brothers, yep.
The very last item on this is a short sleeve hoodie. I have no idea why I've always wanted a short sleeve hoodie, but of course, the first one that I see in forever is gonna have to be a Daiwa short sleeve hoodie.
Dude, it's so funny that they make one because half the time when I'm wearing hoodies, I get too hot and I roll my sleeves up, like I push them up anyway. So you see me on with a hoodie with my sleeves up. This kind of does make sense.
DEBO'S rocking a hoodie, and I'm over here in a cutoff shirt and shorts, and you're like, it's cold out here. And I'm like, shut up, nerd, it's hot.
Shut up, nerd. All right, well, we are, damn, dude, we're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. What do we got for questions? Let's get some rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back through comments, and let's see. Let's see. Why do you want them, Debo? 2 marine batteries will go a long way. Wait, Jesse. So the thing that sucks about my John boat, so the aluminum John boat, is I don't have any compartments in it for storage. So like if I go somewhere, especially if it's somewhere where I have to drag the John boat to launch it, there's a couple of small lakes I have to. They don't have a ramp. I have to lug everything out. So I have to drag the boat down bare and then bring all the gear, my batteries, the trolling motor. It would be nice to get like, and from what I understand, those lithium ones last a lot longer too. So I probably wouldn't have to have 2 batteries, but that would be my reasoning behind that, Jesse. Weight, really. Let's see. Everything Sims is so expensive. Yeah, I think I only have 1 Sim shirt, and it was like a Gamakatsu or Spro or something. Did it with them, and it was like on clearance. I mean, it wasn't anything special. It was just a regular Sun shirt, but yeah, Sims stuff does get pretty expensive.
It does.
Yeah, those pliers are crazy stupid. Gramps won a 400 pair of pliers. What?
I'm sorry, what?
Damn. Yeah, I agree with
what
Kuda.
Even
That's
is
ridiculous. That? I don't know. Bubba Blade works awesome unless you have small hands. Oh, I've never used a Bubba Blade. They look nice, just a little bit out of my price range. Let's see.
Yeah, I never knew that they were that expensive. That's crazy.
Yeah, frog box makes no sense to me. Not sure what's wrong with the regular. I completely agree. What's wrong with laying frogs in a 3700 size box?
I moved over to that.
He says, well, that's just to show off the frogs. I agree. I like that. I want to show off for the bougie frog box. Yeah, I want to show off my bougie frogs. Okay.
Check out all these frogs that I caked up a bunch with Mendit.
That have slime and gunk all over them because I never cleaned my frog. Yeah. Okay, so what do we got for questions? So out of all that stuff, let me know, what do you guys think if I were to get some of that stuff? What do you want to see the most out of everything we talked about? Lures, gear, rods, reels, line, anything, let me know.
I think somebody just said, what was it? Get Dizzle, one of those super expensive combos that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, what time was that at? Huh? Spencer Wilson, best braid for the money. I think some people would disagree with me on this, but I think the Daiwa J braid is the absolute best bang braid for the buck. That's my go-to.
I mean, you know what I'm going to say, Debo.
Go ahead, tell him.
I mean, it's
like that Googan braid. We know.
Yeah, yep, the Googan braid. I cannot live without it. It is hands down the best braid I've ever used.
Power Pro, you're a Power Pro guy, right? Through and through.
Power Pro, 100%.
Randizzle loves his Power Pro. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I like
And
the Power Pro.
it's actually come down quite a bit in price from when I first started using it too. I mean, it's very reasonable.
Jesse, I was actually looking at that to see if I could find some sort of like kayak hookup to do that, but I've just got lazy and I haven't. I just drag it.
Yeah, they have those like kayak things that
pythons?
they. No, I didn't. Is it behind you? I'm just looking.
the old Popeye shows me. He's like,
yeah, just eat some spinach.
Let's see.
That's funny.
Check out the Magellan Sun gear from Academy. Great quality. Yeah, I hate shopping, so I try to find stuff on sale and get a few then. Let's see. Crappy Kev put wheels on his John boat. You can leave stuff in your boat and wheel. Dude, that would be nice. I should look into that. I've just never taken the steps to really check it out. Okay, so here we go for suggestions. Jeff says the Shimano Popper. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I do like that one. The Googan Reel. Luckily, Randizzle has a few of those back-ordered, pre-ordered. So I want to see the 13 Fishing Meta Rod for Shizzle. Okay. Slobber Knocker.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see that.
Kuda says the Z-Man Goofy Lure.
Yeah, 100%. The Goofy Lure. I want to see it. I think it's going to catch a bunch of fishermen. I don't remember who said it earlier, but I think that's what it's going to do more of than catch fish. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I want to see it in action. My mind might change once I see it, but
yeah, the blade on the back on a topwater and the whole like idea of how it works, no idea. Like you said,
and the other thing too is it might look really cool on the water and have a cool action, but if your hookup sucks on it.
Mm-hmm.
Michael says a tactical kilt. Okay, we need to get Randall in a tactical kilt.
Still working on that. Need to find a kilt measurer.
Usario says best reel for jig and worms, and what gear ratio though? 7 foot medium heavy is going to do you for most jigs and Texas rig worms. Medium heavy.
This is where we differ when it comes to reel.
Yeah, I like a quicker reel. I like a 7-ish speed, like 100, 150 size. Yep, Randy likes a little bit slower.
6. Yep, 6.4 to 1 usually is what I like.
Best fishing sunglasses. I love the eye surrenders and the Waterland Debo. I've never tried any Waterlands. I know they're kind of big. Kind of had a takeover there. A lot of people are trying them out. Never tried one. I have prescription sunglasses now because
what are you wearing?
I've got one of my eyes goes like one way if I don't wear glasses, so it's like this one I think is like wonky. So that's
don't show people that.
One of them is messed up.
Hold on. I'm going to grab mine real quick. They're right over here.
Okay. So, yeah, one of my eyes goes like I need corrective lenses to correct it. So I finally I just go to Target here, like right by my house, and I got some Oakleys. It was the most comfortable pair they had, and I got prescription glasses. But if I didn't wear prescription glasses, those Wiley X's, I freaking love. I got like 3 pair of those when Gander was going out. They had them mismarked. They were like $130, and they had them marked for like $30. Maybe they meant to mark them like that. I don't know. But I wouldn't have had that expensive sunglasses if it wasn't for that sale. But I loved them. They had one pair that was, I forget what they call them, but there's like foam around the outside. So you remember like the old glasses, like shop glasses?
Where they fit like super tight to your eye.
Yeah, so there's like no sun that can get in like anywhere around. And they say you can use them for like running your boat. Because if you like run a boat with normal glasses, my eyes water like hell. Like if you go decently quick. So yeah, I would say Wiley X has been my favorite, but I have never tried like Costa's or Waterland or anything like that.
These are Oakley main links. These are really good because these lenses, there's a website I go to and just get replacement lenses for. I've burnt,
that's pretty cool.
I've burnt through so many lenses. These are the purple ones. I have green ones also. And recently I also got a pair of Costas. These are nice because they fit super tight on my face. I don't even know what they are, but they The other thing is they fit super tight on my face, so it's like the sweat just gets all up in there. I've had Wiley X's before too, because I bought an Abu reel that they came with. But the one thing I do know is I'm probably never going to go fishing without a pair of Polaroid sunglasses. That is just like,
Absolutely.
it's a game changer when it comes to actually fishing. That's like, honestly, if you're going to spend money on something, I would spend money on a good pair of glasses, just because you're going to see so much more under the water versus like having a good rod or reel, because you don't see stuff down there. You don't necessarily know what's
Yeah,
what to be thrown to.
I try not to say game changer too much, but for the longest time, I never had polarized glass. I didn't even know what they were for the
Mhm.
longest time. I didn't even know what it meant. And then like when I got back into fishing 2015 or whatever, 14, whenever that was, yeah, complete change of night and day difference. Absolutely. So yeah, get polarized glasses. So
Jesse
Nick,
G, just real quick before you go to that, Jesse G asked if they're as good or better as Oakley lenses. They're not, but for the price, I'm totally okay with them. The replacement lenses for my Oakleys.
Okay, so Nick, this is a fun one. Both of us are going to answer this. What are you most excited about from that whole list? And I'll share again so we can look.
Who?
I think like if money wasn't an issue, I actually really want to try that new lose reel for like $8,000 or however much it was. It
Yeah,
looks
well, how
cool.
much was that?
The new brake system, I want to see what it is, what it's talking about. If we can find it here. Here, this.
I
If
mean,
money wasn't an issue, I want to try that.
I can't even answer honestly because you'll make fun of me. But no,
No, go
seriously,
ahead.
I would really like to try that Googan reel, but I don't want to try it and I don't want to spend that much money on it because it's brand new out the box, and I just don't think it's ready to be a good reel as of yet. It very well could be in the future, but um, outside of that, oh God, what was it? Either one of the bladed baits, I'm kind of interested. Either the
Oh,
Wibble
like the
Wobbly
slobber knocker.
Topwater, yeah,
Yeah,
and
I do want to try these. I'll definitely be getting some of those to try
God,
out. I'm
what was
sure
the other
there'll be a million
the
videos on these of everybody trying it out and comparing it to Z-Man, but I
the
want to try some for
Rage
sure.
Scrounge Bug, whatever that was, the weird kind of craw.
Oh yeah, I did like that too. This was the first I'd seen of it
Mm-hmm.
was on here. And that does look pretty cool. Oh, and these. I definitely want to try those. See how they compare to like a
Yep,
Zacho.
100%. Yep, and
Yeah, those
that
look
one I
cool.
just brought
Oh,
up is
I lied.
almost at the
I'm
end.
really excited about these too. I like those split tails.
Oh yeah, God,
So,
the missile bait, the Chunky D also.
mm,
God,
yeah. Yeah, these. Those
what
are
kind
pretty
of
cool.
jerk question is that? You pick
Yeah, thanks,
one that
Nick,
you're
for
excited
asking
about.
us to pick our favorite child. Which child's your favorite?
You know which one's
Sure.
your favorite, Debo. Come on,
Yeah, you know the favorite.
it's Mr.
Oh yeah,
Stubbies.
okay. Mr. Stubby Dog's my favorite child. I'm kidding. Okay, so let's see. What other questions do we have? Real quick before we get out of here. Oh man, the questions are flying in. Okay, let's do some
Yeah,
lightning
yeah.
rounds. Let's see. Dizzle rocks Googie braid on all of his reels. I'm a Power Pro guy. John boat mounts. J braid is my go-to as well. Super slick. Yozuri braid. Um, Suffix 830. Yeah, Suffix 832. It's not a budget braid. But Suffix 832 is one of the best braids I've used. Their braid is really, 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 really good. Okay, so Anthony says, buy the most ridiculous item like that frog box. Sometimes that stuff will surprise you. Yeah, and Anthony, that's the tough part is like I have to use some of it, but that I really don't see that frog box fitting my style.
And
Maybe if you're a
honestly,
boat
how
guy,
many
but
frogs fit in there? You know, I mean, there's so
I don't
many
know. Yeah.
questions. I would need a frog box that I could fit a bunch in, and that just doesn't look like it would fit, but I'm sure you'll get one.
No, I definitely won't be buying one. G-Man rod. Yeah, I would like to try that
Ooh,
G-Man rod, the 13 rod.
God.
I'd give that a go.
The Spro tungsten weights too. Damn.
Oh, those free
Where's
free
Nick
rig
at?
weights.
Kick Nick out of here. Damn question like that.
Thoughts on the Berkeley chatterbait? Yeah, I don't know, Travis. I haven't got to use it, but it looks cool. The slobber knocker. I definitely want to give it a go. I want to see an honest opinion on Googie gear. Can't take their stuff seriously. Yeah, a lot of their stuff, man. I don't believe the hype and like the hate. Some of the stuff is, I mean, it's just regular gear. They have a different promotion tactic and
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just different gear kind of rebranded with a little bit of a spin to meet what they want to, get done with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my biggest complaint ever has been the durability of it, and I've kind of started to see that some of the soft plastics have started to come around. I've had issues with, their what is it, the clickbait, their bladed bait that I
that
don't
thing was
want to
drunk.
buy a bait that I instantly have to try to tune and bend and do all this stuff to like make it actually run right. But I mean, for a new company, I think they're doing what they're doing and go for it, man.
Yeah.
It's some of their stuff is great, and who knows what the future holds and what they can actually do if they, change a few little things here and there.
Gramps in the house. What's up, Gramps? I kind of like this one. Matthew said the Googan rod, get the Googan rod and do a fish till it breaks challenge. LOL. I bet that would get a ton of views. I don't think I could catch enough fish on it to break. However, we could buy a Googie rod and let's see what kind of torture it can hold up to till it breaks. But that'd just be a waste of
I want to
money.
disagree. I want to disagree with that. I feel like actually, what is it? The gold. I feel like the gold break. Is it the gold or the green? One of the two breaks more often than not. Just as seeing some of the videos that have been playing with some of the Googans, they're like, oh, barely high stick this and broke the tip on this rod, and it didn't look like they were doing anything crazy as they were trying to land a fish and snapping tips off. So
Try that pistol grip rod. All right. Well,
no.
on that note,
Jeez.
listen, folks, I can't believe we're already at like 2.5 hours. Still 200 people in here. But it is late. It was a ton of fun. I hope you guys had fun checking out the new iCast stuff. I'll definitely try to get my hands on stuff as some of that starts to trickle in. I will have my unboxing video for the 4th of July stuff was that last week or the week before? We were going through some of those sales and picked up some stuff. So
Yeah.
should be fun. But listen, Randall, thanks for joining me. I'm glad we didn't
Yes,
lose
sir.
you. Glad to have you back on, my friend.
And just like you said, I will definitely try to get my hands on some of the stuff that Debo gets as well, and let you know how that goes.
All right. Listen, we appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for sticking with us for a few hours talking tackle. And until next Saturday.